What's up, Beardies, Beardettes? You're listening to Beardy FM with Dale and Jim. Come to you live in your ear holes, the eye holes, and your bum holes.
In your bum holes. Oh,
So, so it's a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
sneeze
different.
too. Oh,
Was
crap.
it a little bit? Oh, don't crap. But yes, anyway,
No.
since that was like a weird intro, what's up, Beardies and Beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Podcast. Another week. Another fun time. What a week it's been.
Yes.
What a few last few days it's been. I have a lot to talk about. I did my experiment, so we're back after a week, like I said last week. I tried my little experiment out.
Yes.
I also just realised as well that I'm now behind. Buck, I'm behind now in uploading the audio side of the podcast, and it's a week out of sync. So, so last week, when I uploaded the video goes up normal. But last week, when we had the podcast, I uploaded the week before's podcast. This week's going to come, I'm going to be uploading last week's podcast. And now it's all... so when the
Just put
audio...
them one day separated, just boom, boom.
I know, because now I've realised, because I've just been kind of busy with the week. That yeah, now like the last couple of weeks, the episodes are out of sync from each other. So the audio is a week behind to the video. So now in this weird... I mean, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? Do we like...
I mean, but there's the audio audience and there's the video. They're not doing both, I don't think.
So yes, that's what I mean. So it's like, is it really that bad?
I mean, if they are, then fuck.
I mean,
But
the
if
video.
not,
I mean, the video technically on the Spotify, it's video and audio either way, but it's just the YouTube is ahead of Spotify at the moment. So I'm in a weird pattern now. But I mean, is that a bad thing? Like people on YouTube get early access. So hey, if you're watching, you should go over to YouTube so you can watch the episode before it goes up on Spotify. Maybe that will encourage people to go to the YouTube channel.
right?
Maybe that's the new ploy.
Is that the plan all along? Like, no one's
find
that
out.
fucking smart.
I mean, by the time
That happened by
but-
accident.
by the time the listeners or the watchers on Spotify realize it's too late because they're already like 2 episodes behind by the time they catch up to this one when it finally goes up. If I keep doing the same pattern, so
Right.
it is what it is. I'll figure it out if I decide to upload in sync.
Right. Like,
I mean,
hey, if that shit fucking happens.
if I upload in sync, I mean that's kind of useless. It's just gonna get wet, but you know,
Right.
I don't know why I'm in the kitchen, but yeah, okay. That's gotten dark pretty quickly. That's interesting to watch. Like I saw it before we started that it was a lot brighter, but it got dark pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been an interesting week, but I think I might just get into my little project that that I started.
Yeah.
That I talked about last week. So I went on my little endeavor for about a week, I guess, because that's how long it took for me to since last time since I talked about it, so it's been a week. So I played a little bit of Halo Infinite. When I mean a little bit, I played a fucking shit ton of it. But I kind of delved in, had a look at everything, and it's very interesting to see. When I realized, it looks like the last I played Infinite was like 2021, 2022, because of my unlocks. But like, it's been like 3-4 years since I last played it, apparently. Which I'm like, what? Because like even if I did play it, I apparently never unlocked anything. So, yeah,
Insanity.
It's
You didn't
been-
unlock anything like.
it's been a little while since I last played, so I've been unlocking a lot of stuff now. But for that week, I sat down and I took my notes, and I, took record of my experience in that time for how what they brought I guess, and changes they've added or what it felt like to me anyway. But it's interesting because they still do support. Like Halo Infinite's still being supported. They're still like running updates
Yeah, but
and doing
barely.
stuff.
Like,
But
it's, they just got it's kind of like a night crew just doing it. Like it's a.
in a sense, because they're
the-
still adding.
There's like 10 people I think who are doing it now. Like
But even
maybe
even
a little bit more, but
even with that, they're still doing a lot of work. Surprisingly enough, even if it is 10 people or whatever it may be, like they're still pushing out surprisingly a lot of content for the game in sense, and still mixing it up and keeping it kind of fresh in the sense, because as of this episode now, talking about it, they just put the new operator pass, which I'll get into in a second. But the new operator pass season dropped. It runs for basically the month, which again we'll get into in a second. But they also added in some new weapons. They've got a fuel rod rocket launcher now, which is pretty interesting. So it's pretty crazy.
They talked about that for a while.
So they finally got that in.
They talked about that when it came out. Like, they finally put it in there.
I mean, they talk about things all the time. Everything's adding and changing, and breaking down where it's been and how they've worked it and how things have like kind of tracked along, because the passes are still one of those things where you can unlock whenever you like, grind it out with your XP, get it done, move on, kind of thing. But
That's how passes should be. Like,
yeah, so they're always indefinite. They've added a new way of doing it now as well. So speaking of how it is now, because they had 5 seasons of pass, like of actual battle pass, as they referred to, which was they did 5 seasons, and after the 5th season was done, that's basically where the support kind of dropped for the game, in sense, like they were like, okay, we're done with the whole thing we're trying to do, we're kind of done with that whole battle pass system, quotations to put it, because there are still passes. So once they got to season 5, that was run and done. And then they started releasing basically operator passes. And how these passes work now is that for the month when they release, they are a free pass. You have that month to unlock everything that's in that pass, and then once that's done, if you don't unlock everything, it goes behind a small paywall. And then therefore you got to pay to get access to it to finish off those levels. But they don't. It's not just a straight up like, here's a paywall to get access. Like, they do give an incentive. So it's like, if you like were to buy it from the get go, you will get like a weapon variant and like some skin. Like they at least offer something to give you incentive. It's not just like,
because cosmetics are the bottom of the fucking barrel for any game. Like, they can churn them out in minutes. Like,
pretty much. And
it costs them like cents to fucking make. Like, I don't think why cosmetics have to be the base of anything.
Mind you, there is so many fucking cosmetics in Halo Infinite. It is fucking insane. The amount of I didn't get a chance to count because I lost track of it, but there was at least over 100 helmets in that game. There's like maybe 200 helmets. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. But the good thing they had done was that they now made all the parts of armor and stuff like that and colors you unlocked multi-interchangeable. Because if you remember playing, they had the suit type, so they had like the
just locked to one thing,
yeah. So there were certain, like, because you had different suits. So you had like a,
because you had the different types, but they have the one type, but with the same cosmetic for different types.
Yeah,
so they could have just thrown it into one thing that spread across different characters. But now they finally did it by the sound of that.
Yeah, so because you were
they
like
took feedback in.
If you like, because there's like the very like because there's like the reach style armor set, like body type, and then there was like the
the samurai you had.
Yeah, the samurai, like Halo 4 build type, like the real cybernetic.
3, I think, as well.
And the armor types were very limited. Like you were stuck with like what helmets could work with that style of armor, because it was like based off like that generation kind of thing. So like, whereas like if you had like the base body was like Halo 2 kind of thing, for example. So all you could really work with like were all the skins that were in like Halo 2. Same as like the Halo 3. So if you had the Halo 3 build, because when they did Halo Infinite, they kind of like brought across all the original armor sets that were in Halo 3, and they were stuck to that Spartan type. You couldn't be like, I want the higher booster on the reach armor, or I want the higher booster on the samurai armor, or I want the higher booster on like the, because higher boost was only released, mainly for Halo 3. So they were like, okay, well that was originally for that. Well, now that's exactly it. You can chuck on the high booster helmet on any class type. You can chuck on the shoulder pads on any like
from the start. To be honest, like
and I mean I call them class types because that's what it kind of feels like. Because you have like the reach Spartan, you've got the samurai Spartan, you've got like the future tech Spartan, kind of like a crisis armor because they had that weird thing, and you have like old school and like new school, and some of the builds felt like Marines, and some of the builds felt like ODSTs. Like they have like. It's like, I can't even take note of that. That's something I might not have taken note of. Bad for me doing research. But yeah, it was like 8 different types of like model sets, and I went
Which was
over.
stupid because then you had all them individually.
Yeah, the
had
individually
the same cosmetics.
Yeah, so if you like the look of
you could
one,
have had one universal.
yeah, you'd have to like keep. But now they've made it so multi transitions across. So when I did it, I made basically every variant of a Spartan now an ODST. So they all have ODST helmets on every single one.
Right.
And there was an armor class type that was basically like a boiler maker kind of style. Like they're like a minor boiler kind of worker
big,
Spartan.
chunky.
Yeah, the big built like a brick shithouse Spartan. So I chucked the ODST on that, and he looks like a fucking great fucking ODST trooper because he's like a big brick shithouse like ODST with the rocket launcher on his shoulder. And I'm like,
Because there was one in ODST. He had the fucking minigun.
And that's what I mean. And that's why if you use a different class type, they were all smaller Spartans. It didn't feel big, bulky, bruff kind of feeling. So I liked.
They were big, because they weren't Spartans. They were just normal troops. But like, there were big ones, there were smaller ones, female, male. Like, there were.
But that's what I mean.
Different kinds.
But with the but that's saying with
like
the armor
in Alpha
types.
Squad, there was 4 to 6 of them, and they were all different sizes.
But that's what I mean. But so with the armor types that you had initially, you couldn't do that. So you couldn't get that feeling of like the representation of. But now, because of the additions, you could get all your friends in. Say you've got a lobby of 4, you all wear ODST helmets, but you choose different armor set, but class types. But you'd all look so different. Yeah, because you'd have
like fucking squad, like
so you would actually look like that basically, because you'd had all those different alignments. Because you could technically, I think it was Jorg. No, I can't remember. I think it was Jorg, or is that the Spartan? No, yeah, Jorg, because June was the sniper, and Jorg was the big bulky guy. Like they did have his armor type in that as well, because that was like the first battle pass you do. But when you had him on that modeled Spartan, the original one, he wasn't bulky like Jorg was. It was like a knockoff, smaller version, because Spartans were never big enough. Like, remember? Because that's how they built them. So it was kind of good that they've now built a brick shithouse Spartan. So even though you can't necessarily put that class type of armor on the chest piece, you could still do everything else, and he still felt like a big bulky Spartan. So it felt like you were making a Jorg because of how bulky and muscular he was. Like it at least was a close representation, which I like that idea that I could do that now where I couldn't. You know, it was just a small. It was like a Wish version of Jorg. You know, it's like, oh, here's Jorg, but from Wish.
I always called it like Halo Infinite was released way too fucking early.
Because there's so much stuff they kept adding from it.
It should have been coming out the last year or so. Like it should have came out like 2024, 2023. Like.
But
people would have waited.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Like it's still got a fair base community. Like it's not massive wait times jumping into multiplayer, which I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, but like everyone's gone because
like I can jump on and I can find most matches within 40 seconds. You know,
that's still a long ass time though. God dang.
Yeah, but I mean, for a game
back in the day, it was like done.
Not really. I mean, there was some wait times.
About 5 seconds, like.
Oh, not really. Not for me. When I've been playing Call of Duty, it's been like 30 seconds, 45 seconds to find a match.
Jesus.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like it's
again, COD is dying as well now, so.
And that's what I mean. Like it's not bad for a game that's so like because Infinite's been out for a while. Like I said, I last played like.
2021?
2020. Like, that's what I mean. 4 years ago, and for a game that's 4 years old, especially for Halo, like, I'm surprised with a game that's somewhat dead and cut back servers, like, it's still got people actually playing it.
Yeah, they cut out ACE servers, like, because no one here fucking played Halo Infinite.
But, like, that's, so, for that's what I'm saying, for that perspective, it being so, for being so shut down, like, it's still very active, surprisingly, which is good. Like, it's still giving you servers and putting you in. But yeah, so it's good that you can still just pick it up and play it. Like, you're not necessarily struggled to find games, which some games are like. But breaking it down, from what I looked at from my experience, so how it was initially the season 1 to season 4 was 100 tiers. So that's a normal battle pass, and it costs you 1,000 say V-Bucks, because it's the common denominator. It's just 1,000 credits. Halo Bucks, what do we want to call it? Halo credit. I don't know. I just always refer to everything as V-Bucks because it's a very common denominator, even though it's Fortnite. Like, people know what you're talking about. But so 1,000 Halo credits is what it cost. But this was what's interesting when I was looking over it, because I never really stuck around. Like, I dabbled and looked at it, but I never really played it. I think I might have launched it a few times in that 4 years, but I never really played anything. So I was actually surprised when I came on to look at it and going through to do my research on the pass system, that Season 5 of the pass was only 50 tiers for 1,000 credits. Which I was like, what the fuck? What? Why? Like, you have the first 4 seasons, there were 100 tiers for 1,000 credits. Then you halve the season as you're getting to the end, because you're basically dropping support incense. And then still charged 1,000 credits, which kind of got me like, what the fuck? But then, all passes since then have been a 20-tier pass system at 500 credits, which is about $7, I think it is here. Yeah, it's about $6-7 it works out to, I think, in currency. So it's not massively bad, but like, it's weird how they do it now, because they're now operator passes. So the operator passes offer one suit of armor and basically a bunch of in-game currency, which is very weird. So as you level up through it, you get in-game currency, but then you get a super armor, and then like a color or a visor, whatever, to match with that suit, because it's like a bundles. So that's why it's an operator pass.
Not real incentive at all.
Yeah, like, it's very weird. So then this is the thing. You can either, so if it's locked and you want to grind through it, you can pay 500 credits. Or this is the speaking of lazy. This is the lazy part. So you said lazy. You said lazy way too soon. So, or you can buy.
I already know.
Well,
lazy.
So yeah, so it's $500 to unlock the operator pass to get access to it, and then grind through as you level up. Or you can just straight out pay the 2,000 credits, get all the full 20 levels unlocked straight away, and just move on with your day. And that's about $30 for 2,000 credits. Which is like what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, here's $30, get all the in-game currency, get some skin, like get a suit of armor, a color, whatever, and go on with your day. It's like, why not just bundle that as a bundle to be purchased? Why would you go, here's an operator pass for you to grind through, or you can just pay $30 and just unlock it like you would if you're buying like a skin in Call of Duty. Like, it's, you know what I mean? So imagine if you load up Call of Duty, and you see how you got the operators in the store, right? And it's just like, they're usually about, they're about 20, they can vary between $20 to $30 anyway. So imagine if Call of Duty,
$40.
Yeah. So okay,
let's
just say it's a $30 bundle skin, like they have like their mythic set. So imagine you'd be like, oh, you can pay $30 to buy the skin, or you could pay like 50, no, not 50, but like 500 COD points, to unlock it, like, and unlock a pass for it, and you grinded out the XP to then get that suit of armor. Like,
right?
Like, it's like, I mean, it kind of sounds cool, but in the way, that's a manipulation of like, spend some credits and grind, you know. I mean, okay, yeah, maybe it's better than spending $30 for the skin, but like, it's just a weird way of like, because like, you look at like the passes they actually chuck in COD, they're like 1,000 credits, and you get like 2 skins, a premium skin if you paid for it, like
a weapon
variant. You get a whole bunch of stuff, and that's for 1,000 like whatever's credit, like
some charms,
like they really like
even
charge
some loading screens, like fuck me dead.
So I don't know. It's an interesting way of doing it to feel like that you're still giving content. Like they're still rolling them out.
I still feel Helldivers 2 has the best of any game ever. You get all these tiers for a little amount of credits.
Yeah. Well, you get like
armors, guns, grenades, like everything. You get so much. You get vehicles, mechs, like skins for them. Like, I don't know. Like Arrowhead just everyone should follow what they do because, and it's not even that much money either. Like, it's what, $10?
But as of writing, there was 20. Like as I wrote that, it was 20. They have now, as of this episode, there's now 21 passes. So as a whole, there's 20 passes. So there's 5 battle passes sitting on the store. Well, not the store, but like in-game. There's 5 seasons. And then of that, there's 16 operated passes, because there was one that they put in between the seasons early on, where they dabbled, because it was more of an event it was an event pass, not an actually like seasonal operator pass. So that's kind of interesting there. But yeah, but the last one they've just released now, which is a month of playability, is a free pass, is actually though surprisingly a 100 tier pass. So they've actually added in a lot more. I think they must have took feedback basically. So they listened to people as they were releasing these operator passes. Now listen to the feedback of what people were getting out of them, because they were like 20 tiers and you paid, $7 to unlock it if you missed out for 20 tiers, mainly consisting of in-game currency. Like because if you think about a suit of armor for a Spartan, it is.
I don't get like where you get in-game currency just.
We see unlock more items of suit of armors in game.
Just give the armors like.
So that's what I'm breaking it down. So if you think about that, you pay if you wanted to do it for free in cents, you would either do it when it dropped, or you paid the 500 credits, which therefore, because a suit of armor consists of one helmet with a helmet and visor, or usually a helmet and some kind of attachment. Whether they sometimes are bundled together in a tier. So a tier could be a helmet and a visor. Sometimes the tiers are the last one's like a visor or it's an attachment is separate to the tier. So the last two tiers could be a helmet. Yeah, they have coloured visors and textured visors. So there's a helmet. There's shoulder pads. The shoulder pads, luckily though, the shoulder pads are in the one tier. They're not stingy enough where they go, tier 18. Here's one shoulder pad, and tier 16. Here's another shoulder. Like
they don't put it out there, so maybe they will now.
They don't do that, so they won't, because they've done it. They've done them bundled together the whole time through, so they've kept to that. So they've got them bundled together, but it's basically a chest piece, a wrist,
if a visor and a helmet are separate, is fucked.
It depends on how they do it. Yeah. Because visors
in the helmet, like it should be just a helmet.
But the visors, because they're a color, they're multi-personal, so that's why it's a separate customization. Whereas the helmet
should just have you can pick your color you want for the helmet, like.
Yeah, you gotta unlock them. You gotta either play and unlock your colors or your textures, because some of them are
I hate love service.
So, but I do like the idea that the last one now, which kind of makes the other one seem a little bit cheapy ass redundant, because it's like 500 credits for 20 tiers, or you can pay 500 credits for the current one if it locks after 30 days and get grown through 100 tiers. It's just like they've just like this last one that they've got now is like 5 times it's like the size of the last 5, because 20. I think one of them was 30 randomly in there, because it was like 100 tiers, event pass was 30 tiers, I think it was, or it's 50 tiers, and then it's like 100 tiers, and then last season's like 50 tiers, and then it's like 20, 20, 20, and then one was randomly 30, and then it's like 20, 20, and now it's like 100. So it's just like very mismatched, like how they've organized their battle pass out. But game-wise, getting into the games was pretty fun. Like, it was actually kind of nice playing Halo again, surprisingly enough. It wasn't too bad playing the games, and I fucking obliterated like the sweat I was at Halo, so it kind of just came back to me after a while. So the first few games was a bit rough at first, because I guess connection, and because I hadn't played Halo.
There is no OC servers. You have to play somewhere else. Like, it's fucking retarded.
But for that, it isn't too bad, the connection, surprisingly enough.
No, I think someone said it was 180 ping, but like still, you want as little for an FPS as possible.
But that's the funny part. So for an FPS at first, it was rough, but for me, I guess I used to play Halo on really bad ping, so maybe that's why I was used to it. But when I went from like the first couple of games kind of losing, to then every game consensually afterwards being on the top MVP player, every match consistently after that, even though I'm on bad ping, kind of tells a lot about the game, I guess, maybe. I don't know, or it's just my skill level. But it's kind of funny that everything
it was a game because,
But yeah, so it's kind of funny just like playing this first few match and then just obliterating ever since after, and just joining in and just kind of feel like...
find out the average players on Steam for Halo Infinite, that's just on Steam, 2,500 players.
It is cross-play too. So...
Yeah, but most players are on Steam. I'm assuming.
How many are on Xbox then?
I don't think they show that because, you know what? I don't think they show them. Like, Xbox don't show game numbers for a reason. PlayStation, they'll show their numbers because they're always high. Xbox are like, nah. People are playing it on Game Pass, but this is free, and you got fuck all people playing it.
There's a total of just under 20,000 playing.
That's fuck all. Like, god dang.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Okay, get this right. So, online players, it says about 19,000, just shy of 19.5. In the last, like, it was tracked like hour ago. Online players. Active players, though, is a total of 65,000. In the last 30, and that's in the last 30 days. In the last 30 days, it dropped nearly 2,000 players. But in the last 30 days, there's been, I feel like, more people watching people play Halo than actually playing Halo, because it's that one
because it's not fun to play. You just watch it, like.
Yeah, but
why are you watching Halo?
There's 1.6 million people watching people play Halo.
Yeah, because that's what it's good for.
Like, but it's just weird.
Watching someone else do it.
But no, but what though? Like, there's nothing really to watch. Like,
I don't know. I
just play it. Like,
same as Call of Duty. Like, and
like, I don't know why you're watching it.
Why are you watching it?
Like, unless someone's doing like a custom match and they're trying for like the best, like,
or unless it's someone they watch regularly and they're playing Halo at that present moment.
It's just weird because it's like, why, unless it's
like I could not exclusively just stream a shooter like Halo, COD, because it why?
It's like watching Ninja play Fortnite or when Ninja plays, like, why? Like,
yeah,
he's not that good. Like, he really isn't that good at games. Like, especially nowadays, he's getting kind of trash, doo-doo. But like, it's weird watching some of these people play games. It's like they're not that good, but like, even if they are, like, why?
On Steam was 256,000.
Ooh. Wow, that's not
down
much.
To more than Xbox fucking had.
Even then, yeah, that's just poor performance.
Crazy. Like, Steam is the dominating factor in Xbox. Like, people play it on Steam
but
because
it's because
PC.
It's because PC. People played a lot of Halo on PC, especially for mods. But that's fat. That's like, for the peak was 250. Like,
yeah,
that's bad performance in general. Like,
for a free game.
Yeah, for multiplayer being free to play. Like,
playing 31 minutes ago, 1,325, which is that's in our peak time. That's during our evening.
Yeah, but again, it's sort of not a lot of Australians are playing it.
Nah.
It's majority like.
Still, like, we contributed a little bit to that.
A very small increment. I can tell you that now. Like, most of the people that are playing Halo are South American, like the Spanish and Brazilian, like stuff like that.
I think they went from 256 down to
European
2.5 thousand.
So yeah, it's very not like our demographic that are playing it.
No,
like, it is foreign demographic, and I mean foreign.
People here like us who prefer the older, because it is better. Like, I prefer to play Destiny 2 because that feels more like Halo than
but that's also something completely different. But like,
you have to get that from the start which I didn't do it.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Halo.
It's
definitely a very big demographic. It's more that I think, again, it is the fact
I want to check that now, like the Destiny 2 stuff. Like, there'd be millions on that right now.
Maybe. Well, it usually is, but like, I don't know what the. But yeah, either way, Halo Infinite especially was a very rough launch game. The fact that it was like a trickle release game, like, it's trickling out. Like, here's a little bit of this, and here's that, and here's this, and here's that, and here's this. Like, that's not how you release a game. You don't just be like, I'll have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like, you want the whole thing. It's like a meal. You want to be eating everything. Like,
40,000 playing half an hour ago.
Yeah.
So,
but
more than 10 times the amount of Halo. Like, that's just crazy how, like, if you want the best Halo, just go play Destiny.
No, you said 40,000?
Yeah, 40,000 playing 34 minutes ago. There was almost 100k in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, it's just a bit better than Halo.
That's just on Steam, though. Like,
Steam.
Yeah.
That's just Steam, yeah.
Steam. You can't see. I don't know if you can see on PlayStation or not.
No, that's probably not. Maybe. But yeah, so no, I think, like I said, I still think the biggest issue for me anyway with Halo was the fact that it was a trickle out release. You know, you'd be mad.
Yeah.
You'd be mad. Imagine
the fact that you paid full price for a shitty campaign.
It is what it was.
Multiplayer's free, baby. But shouldn't have been.
But no, but it's just like anything. Just imagine you buy your car, you're like, fuck yeah, I got my car, but it came with no tires, and you had to wait for your tires like week by week. It's like, here's one tire, here's another tire, oh, here's your spare tire, here's your other tire. You know,
at the same time, the multiplayer was just free, but the game came out at the same time.
No, multiplayer got dropped before the campaign.
Oh, did it?
It came out like a week in advance or something like that.
Yeah.
You could play the multiplayer, and then you had to wait for the campaign to physically release. And then you got that, and then you had to fucking play that, and then
also, I've got an issue with something like that.
Like but when it dropped though too, half the modes weren't even there. So you had multiplayer, but half the game modes were missing. So then you had to like wait for infection to come. Not all the game modes are there now, but like you had to wait.
Oh, now okay.
Like when it came out though, one of the key modes was like infection and stuff like that. Like there was missing like Rumble, I think, when it launched, infection mode. Forge wasn't, like, it missed all these things, and they trickled add them in. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? So like, of course it's gonna deter people. Like, imagine any game you go to buy and you go to play things and it's missing stuff. You're gonna get annoyed. Like, you're like, why the fuck am I gonna play this if it's not there? Like,
right?
It's just stupid. It's like,
the ones people wanted weren't there, like infection and.
So people turned away, and there's some people that
Capture the Flag wasn't there. I don't think either.
I don't think so. Yeah, it was like really weird how they did it. I think they had
Capture the Flag is one of Halo's best fucking things.
But like either way, that's the problem. It's just like you can't just release something and expect people to be like, oh, I'm just going to accept for what it is. Like, because like it deterred me. Like, I played the campaign. The multiplayer didn't really interest me because it was kind of So I stopped playing altogether and never went back because there was no need for me to play. Then they add stuff. It's like, well, it's too late. I've got other games I'm playing now. And that's happened with most people. People either give it maybe a second chance at late
online games, like if you do a live service.
Some people are one and done. Like, it's just weird, you know, and that's why I went free to play, because they tried to bring a live service.
Didn't touch multiplayer at all, I don't think.
Yeah. But it's what
I'm saying. The single player left a very sour taste because it's so.
Well, that was the problem. They
mediocre.
made the campaign, try to make the campaign live service. The multiplayer wasn't even live service at all. It had nothing to do with the way they did it. It was just multiplayer. There's nothing they did that required it to be live service. There's no modes that you're playing that dropped in things for events for you to try and jump on and play. It was just a battle pass that came and went like any other game. Like, you know, you locked it or you didn't unlock it. Like, it stayed there. But, like, that's the other thing, too. There's no incentive because you either play... Like, that's what kind of feel like gives me some games with incentive.
Yeah, it's...
Because, well, here's a battle pass. If you want to try and grind out those items, you've got to do it within that time frame. Otherwise, you miss out. With Halo, it's just like, oh, you can come back whenever you feel like. So there's no massive incentive for me to stay because there was nothing else there.
Warcraft, you got bosses, raids. Destiny, you got raids and other live events.
But like, that's proper live service.
It's like nothing. It's just you killed other people.
As I said, there's no live service elements.
PvP.
Saying there's no live service where
technically Call of Duty shouldn't be live service either because there's no live event.
It isn't live service, I don't think. I don't refer it to as live service.
Oh, it is. Technically, it is.
I don't think if anyone calls it live service.
They have live events, but not like raids or.
Yeah, but but see, I don't think that's live service. I treat those as like live service is something that you play concurrently, where there are events that drop in and drop out as you're playing.
Squad, that was live service.
Yeah, that was live service because like events dropped in and dropped out. Like Fortnite is a live service game because you actually have events while you're playing where things can drop in and drop out. Like that's live service because something's happening as you're playing it. But Halo had none of that. Like, okay,
also,
it tried to have those elements in campaign, but it wasn't live service in the campaign because things dropped in and spawned out as they were meant to because that's how the game played. The campaign of Halo was like playing a Far Cry game. You'd go take over an encampment, you'd clear it out, they were gone, and then later on they'd come back in again and try and take it back. Like, that's just Far Cry. Like, they just tried to turn Halo into a Far Cry game.
Was tiny.
It was just a weird way of doing it, but yeah. It's just... Everything was mismatched. Everything was done wrong.
Halo 1 did open world better. Like, it was semi-open world. Like, they did that better back in, like, 2001.
Yeah. So... It's just one of those crazy
doing that back in the day, and you got lost in that little area. It's like, where the fuck?
Yeah, because all look the same
around the world in that fucking open area.
But so it's an like I mean I've enjoyed playing Halo again for the concept of what the gameplay is like. It is just fun. Like it's like there's no real seriousness to it anymore, which does make it a bit fun to play because it's just go in to shoot some shit. It doesn't really take it seriously. But it needed to kind of be there because it feels like I'm like now it feels like I'm playing Halo 3, like a bit. You know what I mean? Like it feels like I'm playing that now.
A bit.
Which is wrong. Like it should have felt like that back when it started, not after the fact.
Yeah, we're still gonna wait like a decade for the next Halo, so.
So like, it's just one of those things. It's just wacky that they were like, let's
unless you play
do
on
this
PlayStation,
game.
you get Master Chief Collection sometime this year.
Doubt, maybe this year.
No, I'm pretty sure that Forza and Gears are all this year because they got the not leaked, but like people.
No, but like spacing things out because you got Forza coming out whenever that's coming out, and then how long they so you go a couple of months. You're already in the middle of the year. Do you want to drop Halo straight after that, or do you want to space it out? And then if it's Halo or Gears, so it's like anything could happen. Like I don't specify.
Well, the Gears trilogy is going to Xbox as well, because they're remastering, I think.
And the fact as well is just like that's exactly because there's this whole thing going on with that, but then they've got this new Halo game that's being designed as well. So it's like, what's going to be?
Yeah, but that's going to be like 4, 5, 6, 7 years easy.
No, maybe. Depends on how crazy it's going to be, because most games they can spit out.
It's on the shittest fucking engine, Unreal Engine 5, but that's going to be so fucking generic.
Maybe
it's like
not.
Infinite. That look fucking generic, really. Like,
like I've seen, like the stuff I've seen set wise does look better on Unreal Engine 5 than what Infinite looked like. So.
Yeah, but it looks like Unreal Engine assets.
But they built everything. But they built everything though. That's the thing. They've made everything for that. So. They specifically worked on assets. They didn't just buy assets or put things in. Like, they've made the assets from scratch.
But it's going to run like, unless they can optimize the absolute fuck out of it.
Well, it's on consoles anyway, so it's going to be fine. It's not like it's going to be running on PC. So.
Well, it is going to be on PC.
It's going to be on consoles first, then PC at a later date. Like Halo always does. Halo on console. 2 years later, Halo on PC. I think the only exception.
2021 on Steam, the same year.
That's
the same day as Xbox.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think that's the only exception, though, was Halo Infinite. Halo 2 was like 2-3 years after it was on console. Halo 3 was like 2-3 years after it was on console.
No, that was way longer for that, I think.
Like, Halo 4 was even the same. Like, it didn't even drop the same year on Halo 4. They're always delayed when it comes out to PC. Like, they're always ported later. Halo Infinite, I think, was the only exception because it was multiplayer. Even the campaign came late. Because I bought them all on PC after the fact. Like, yeah.
Halo 3. Because I think that was way longer than a year or two.
Yeah, it was a fair chunk. Like, they had to work on them to bring them to PC. So, I imagine the same thing will happen
again. Halo 3 come to PC. Halo 2 Anniversary 2020. Halo 3 2020.
That's their Master Chief
Collection. Halo 3 ODST 2020. Halo 4 2020. That's Chief Collection. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the Chief Collection you're looking at there.
Yeah, that was 6 years after it launched on Xbox.
Yeah.
6 years.
So, like I said, it's all going to come out bit by bit on one platform. Mostly come to Xbox first. Sony will have to wait, most probably, if they bring...
Oh, fuck yeah. Halo 3, first time, was with Master Chief Collection. Never before that.
Yeah.
That was 2020.
So yeah, it didn't come to PC until it was on the collection.
Yeah, same as 4 and...
Yeah.
5 ain't even on PC yet, still.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, though.
It was only on Xbox.
Yeah, but Infinite was on PC because of the multiplayer. Still better than Infinite, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's a weird mix.
No, but at least you play as Chief in Infinite.
But like, it's a weird mix, though. So that's what I'm saying.
Nothing against Locke, but he's not good.
He's just a side character. Is what I mean. It was a marketing tactic they tried. But
the only good thing in there was Nathan fucking Fillion.
But yeah, so that's what I mean. It is an interesting take on the whole concept. So, as I said, if they make this new one they're working on, I don't see it coming to PC straight away. I see it coming to consoles and then PC at a later date.
It'll be Xbox and PS5, 6. It'll be next gen easy.
No, I doubt it. The fact that they're working on it now with Unreal Engine 5, it'll mostly work on the end of this generation.
It will take 3 to 4 years already, minimum. Which will bring it right at the end of this life cycle.
I mean,
it could.
I don't know. I think it's the only thing they're working on. Because I think they'll get something else for over the
PC version.
Collection. The PC collection.
Yeah, because they're already working on Halo 1 for PS5 and that. Like, they're remastering for PS5, I think. First one. I think the first one's coming, which is weird. They're going to do the collection with and then the first. Like, make your mind up. Same as Gears. They're remastering, so Xbox have to buy it again if you want the best way to play it. But still, the best way to play it would be on the PS5 anyway, because the Pro, higher resolution and frame rate, you know, like, fuck me dead. I don't know, like, it's just crazy how they're all in now to third party. Like, Flight Sim coming to PS. Like, who would have thought that? It's insanity. Fable, day one, PS, like. I am hoping though, like they do get their money out of it. I mean, I think they already have with Sea of Thieves and that hit. Like, that was the top selling PlayStation game of that fucking month. So they saw the fucking gold light up. Like, oh, we get money finally. Like, people buying our shit. Because Game Pass, that's only fucking couch change to them. Like, but a full like $100 game? It wasn't 100. Like, what,
I guess this was
50?
only last month, so apparently, yeah, that Halo, which would be it's Combat Evolved's remake. It's already in the testing phase.
Yeah, that'd be like alpha, which is still a couple of years easy.
Well, they've already been working on it for a few years already.
But why then? That should be in the Chief Collection, not the original.
According to the new report, the Halo multiplayer game has been in the works for a few years now and is actually in the testing phase currently.
Is that a Halo multiplayer game?
I guess they're doing a multiplayer narrative.
So there's no single player then, I'm guessing.
I don't know.
Because why call it a multiplayer game?
So yeah, it's
Microsoft. They cannot run a company. Like, they really can't. Like, people don't want multiplayer. Fuck it, they want single player with multiplayer. If there's no single player, that's gonna flop so hard. Like, which it fucking deserves if that is the case.
The way they're going these days and how everyone wants to push for that whole play with friends and multiplayer thing, that's the way it's stupid. Going. Everyone's slowly trying to push it.
I do have a word to say about Warner Brothers. Remember that Wonder Woman game by Monolith? They scrapped that and rebooted it into a live service.
I don't even remember the game, to be truthful.
No, they didn't show it. But there was just a picture of Wonder Woman with Monolith making it. They've rebooted that. It cost $100 million, and it's not even, like, in full production yet.
I don't even remember.
And it's now live service. Instead of single player.
I'm not going to play it. I don't think I was going to play it. It's Wonder Woman. Like, I don't really have a need to play as Wonder Woman.
But it's Monolith. It would be fucking amazing. I mean, it still could be, but live service, no thanks.
I don't know.
Superhero games shouldn't be fucking like, look at Avengers and Suicide Squad.
I know.
Do they not fucking learn? But I feel sorry for the devs at Warner Brothers. But it's cool that Rocksteady are now making another Batman single-player game. Fucking hallelujah. Well, that Suicide Squad was meant to be single-player till Warner Brothers said, nah, put some online into it. Like, what the fuck? I hope when those contracts are up, they just get the fuck out of there.
I don't know.
Like, they're just dying because, same as EA, like BioWare. They just fired a shit ton of people. Because Dragon Age flopped.
Yeah,
well, it didn't flop, but to them it flopped because they didn't sell millions and millions. It didn't hit
the target region, yeah, and they needed to downsize because they needed to make
targets.
Well, you kind of have to though. That's the problem.
Millions.
Yeah, but
not enough.
But you can't. Unfortunately, that's business. That's just how business works.
Yeah, I know.
Like, unfortunately, that's how every business works.
Let the devs do what they fucking do best. Don't fuck with their shit.
That's the main issue. Is like, what gets me is
it's the shareholders who make these decisions, which it's just fucking them in the ass because
because exactly what gets me is like you go, oh, we like what you guys are doing, we want you to kind of do what you do in this, but we're going to give you these suggestions. Like, don't do that. Just be like, we see what you did here, we like what you do. Just do what you do and make some, like, make this IP.
Look what Rocksteady did with the Batman Arkham trilogy. They were going to do that with Suicide Squad.
And then Warner Bros. Shelves like,
you can see it in there. Like, the fucking story of that was fine.
It wasn't meant to be a live service. It was meant to be a single player story with Suicide Squad, and that was it. But then like, oh, but we want you to add this multiplayer like live service element to it. And then look what happened once they added that live service multiplayer nonsense to it. It just went weird.
And now they're making a single player Batman game again.
Because they're like, oh shit, because that's what everyone heard, like after the fact. So many people were pissed off with it.
I'm guessing we won't get Suicide Squad anytime soon because...
I mean, we've just had one. Why do we need another? You know what I mean? Like,
well, if we had a proper single player, rocksteady, like focused, like a Batman one, like that'd be fine.
And that's the thing, because now we've had this story come and go. Like that was that experience for now. We go back to Batman or whatever, and then we'll come back when there's a narrative for that title again. No, it will happen, just when the narrative makes sense. So, if there's no narrative at the moment, that
wasn't tied in there with the Arkham games, I don't think.
Yeah, it's in the universe
anymore.
No, you can't take it out.
Yeah, the universe, but not tied with Batman.
It's still part of the whole.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to count for anything now. Like they kind of just washed it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, they easily can, because it is multiversal jumping stuff. Like, they can, if they actually do that, it would maybe be better for them just to be like, let's just cut that out, push that aside, that's parallel nonsense. Like that would be the easiest thing for them to do.
Why are they pushing everything live fucking service? Have they not seen their failures?
Yeah, but what they're trying to do is trying to make money. They're going, we want to try and live service because they see things like, you know, they can't just be like, oh, let's make a Fortnite game and be like, money, 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 money. They go like, let's try other ways of like, how do we get money from things on the extra side? We want to make people buy games.
People buy it.
You know, they see people do like, but like, it's like COD. They go, oh, people are paying $70, to $100 for a COD game. And they're paying
kids. That's all they play. Like,
and then they're paying extra like $30, or they're paying the $12 for a battle pass. They're paying $30 for skins. You're putting all these things. We want to try and do something like that. It's like, no, do your own fucking thing. Stop trying to fudge around and just make a game.
If they don't realise, their Arkham games have sold. Fuck. I mean, they weren't gangbusters, but they've still sold enough to make
I get the concept. If they want to just make the game it was and have a shop where you could buy skins to make your character look a little bit extra because it's DLC, that's fine, do that. Because games have done that forever ago. Like, games did that. Yeah. Like, the only multiplayer element...
Oh, no, most games you unlocked by playing. But
but for a long time now, that's you're going way back. But for a long time now, single-player games...
Like PS3 era, you still could do that.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago.
It was more online stuff, but...
But like I said, you got to remember now, PS3 is forever ago. We're on the end of, like, PS5.
Years ago.
Like, we're getting close to the precipice of, like, PS6 era. So, like, that's how long, But, like...
Yeah. But...
The generation of gaming, it had existed where you could buy a game and they sold little skin bundles for your single-player games to make your cosmetics look a bit more unique.
Yeah, do it how Ubisoft do it.
Like... But, like, the only thing...
They put, like, a time skip fucking... You can pay for things you want. You don't have to.
Like, the only thing they need to do, if they wanted to do any kind of co-opness that they wanted to have, is just make a game the way it was, like any kind of Arkham game. Have the ability for 4-player co-op, or 3-player co-op, or even just co-op. Just 2-player. They could have done any of that, and just left it the way it was. Don't add in all that extra... bullshit they try to do to keep people coming back and playing, being like,
because that endgame grind was boring as fuck.
It's like, oh, you've done your daily cycle of your challenges. Leave it for a day. Come back the next day. It's like, why do I need to keep... Why are you trying to bring me back to keep playing? I should feel like, oh, me and the boys are like Helldivers. You can literally leave that and come back. Like, that's a live service game, but I don't have to be on for months. I can leave that, come back, and it still feels like I've made an impact, even though I didn't play.
Right.
Like, you can just log in, claim your points, leave, and come back. You don't feel guilty for not playing it. Like, Suicide Squad tries to make you feel bad for not playing it. It tries to do all these things, like, I just left. I'm like, no, fuck this shit, I'm coming back. It's like bloody Animal Crossing. Like, Animal Crossing tries to make you feel guilty for not playing it. Like, that's a live service game because it's day-to-day, like, living and stuff, and you don't play it forever. It makes all the characters feel depressed and sad. They're like, oh, where have you been? Oh,
I mean, they're trying to keep you playing. It's like...
It's like, but then you're
when
limited.
When games do that, I just don't touch them.
Because, and that's the thing, because, like, with Animal Crossing, you could be like, oh, I'm going to build this upgrade. Okay, build upgrade. Oh, sorry, it's under construction until we're finished building. And it could be out of construction, like, you could be building stairs for a section in Animal Crossing, and be like, oh, it's out of service for 5 days, so you're going to wait 5 days. You either continue and play and watch it, like, not be built or slowly be built, or just leave it and come back 5 days later. And be like, oh, it's done now. Like, what? Like, I guess they're trying to make it, like, I get that they're trying to make it, like, immersive, but, like, I fucking hate that. If I'm building something, let me just build it. Like, let me speed up the building process. Like,
Just build it.
Like, I personally don't like that immersive day-by-day gameplay. Like, I like to do it all and get it done and then move on and, like, play another game and come back.
A fucking mobile game where you have to, like,
yeah.
pay for
Log
to
in.
continue forward.
Yeah, and that's what it feels like you're doing, even though it's all, like, you're not, like, with, like, Animal Crossing.
I've never played Animal Crossing because that kind of shit. I was like, no thanks.
Like, there are other Animal Crossing games.
Same as Dreamlight Valley. That's the same thing. That's built like a mobile game.
Like that. Well, Dreamlight Valley has mixed elements. You can play that consistently. It's just some unlocked stuff is day by day because it makes you feel like you want to keep playing. But you can do a lot of
a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like
so it's not too bad. Like that's why I like Dreamlight Valley. It's just I don't play it enough. But like that's kind of fun because like, you don't feel guilty. Like you can play it as you can actually play it at your own pace. It's like playing a Sims game,
COD
basically.
Makes you feel guilty.
Yeah, but like
stuff like that. Like COD does make you feel guilty because like
especially with the battle pass.
If you're not playing, you're missing out on actual weapons.
Yeah, because they go, you need to level up. You need to play these events to get these guns. If you don't play this battle pass, you miss out on these guns. It's like that's a bit dirty. It's like why introduce new weapons that you can only unlock through a battle pass? But if you don't play that season, you can't unlock that gun. It's like. Exactly. But then this gun is based. Then it becomes technically pay to win, because that gun can be a little bit OP.
A meta gun.
Yeah, like I do like sometimes they try to go, oh, here's just the gun anyway. I think they do that now. Whereas if the season like the battle pass is done, they just give you the gun for free. I think they do that now. They so play it unbalanced. But there
shouldn't be weapons in a paid thing.
Yeah, it should just be
if it is lower the price so everyone can buy it.
What it needs to be. What it needs to be is if there's a new season, it's just added. It's just added to your inventory. Like there's no trying to unlock it through the battle pass, or if once the battle pass is done, then it's added.
It's just you pay to get
like
it earlier,
it should just
kind of thing.
That's basically what they're trying to do. But
now,
that's
still fucking filthy.
No, but like that's now because older CODs, literally, I missed out on guns because I didn't buy any of their passes or bundles or whatever they used to have.
So they weren't in there though. You had to get certain kills to unlock guns back in the day.
No, but like when they introduced the pass system, like Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare 2 thing, like because Battle Pass has been there since like Modern Warfare.
The guns weren't paid really.
But there was guns. There were guns that were in behind battle passes that I haven't got because. And that's why I said it's a thing they added later because they did that. They got feedback and they're like, okay, we'll go back and give guns back to people again. Like they would, and now they like in the sense it's now kind of added. It's just a silly way. It's just a lazy way to fill up a tier because. Now, when they do it, like I said, now they do it. The gun's added in the new update. It's just we'll make it feel like we're giving you a tier and make it feel like you're unlocking it, even though we'll give it to you anyway at the end of the season because it's meant to be in the game anyway. But we'll just unlock it behind a battle pass, and you get early access if you get to that tier. Which like you could have literally put something else in that tier. Why not just unlock the gun for everyone to access, put something else in that tier, and move on with your day? Like, it's just weird how they do it now.
No.
But it's It's just
live service is fucked.
The whole concept is just about making money, like most of these games.
Yeah, but just think.
But Destiny does, like I said,
Nintendo don't do live service, but they still get making a lot of money. PlayStation have tried; they don't need to do it. Just release good fucking games. People buy them.
And that's it. That's all you need to do at the end of the day.
It's not fucking hard.
That's it. Like, long as you make
when you
games.
think of, Killzone, like on PlayStation, Killzone didn't sell a lot. It was good. People bought it. They still made some money. And then they let the devs do their thing and move on to Horizon, which sold fucking 10 times more.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Killzone had been around for a while. It's done like 3 games. What's that point? No, it did more than 5. But there's like PSP games and stuff.
Oh, the PSP, yeah. That wasn't Guerrilla though.
But still, like the IP consisted and existed before they went to Horizon though. Like Killzone, like for me, Killzone, like what I know, Killzone was a thing back then. Like people I knew would talk about Killzone.
Like no one really, like they knew of it, but they didn't buy it, play it.
Well, in my region, it was people talked about Killzone up here.
Yeah,
like
people were like, don't you have the world is big, like most sales count are in the fucking US and the UK.
Yeah, no, but like I say, Killzone was a thing. Like it was known game back then. Like people knew of it. It was when people thought about like literally up this way. When people thought about PlayStation, people literally thought of Killzone and Resistance. That was what I thought about as well. Like when I thought about the PlayStation 3.
I have numbers here for you. Like the original Killzone, only 200,000 in the UK alone. PSP, Killzone Liberation, 900,000. Killzone 2, 2.6 million. Killzone 3, 2.89 million. That's not that much. I mean, it's not now, but it was then. Shadowfall 2.1. Killzone Mercenary 0.9.
I was gonna say I can tell you now. Hey, it's still outsold bloody Hi-Fi Rush
and Halo Infinite.
But like back then though, that 2.8 million back then was basically the whole majority of gamers. Like gamers wasn't that big back then. There wasn't that many gamers. Like compared to now.
That second game had 2.6, but it cost a lot to fucking make.
Yeah, but 2.6 and it sold for about $60 a game. You add that up, that's still a lot of fucking money. Like that's 2.8, 2.8, 2.6 at $60. That's a lot of fucking money to make back.
Killzone Shadowfall only 2.1 in a modern day, like.
Yeah, but that's because it was a big gap too. There was a bit of a gap, and
2-year gap.
Yeah, but then you look about the generation gap, like the size of gamers that changed by that last one. So
2013. I mean, that's recent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
PS4.
Recent. That's what I'm saying. There was more gamers. The sales. You
sold
look at that.
less than the other ones.
How many consoles sold of the PS3?
Like 80 million or so, maybe.
How many? Yeah,
70, 80 million.
Well, back then when you look at the ratio, you compare the ratio. There's a lot more people that own PS4s than they did PS3s.
87.4 million PS3s.
As of today, I wonder if it would be.
As of today, yeah, it wouldn't have sold much more during that time. But like Killzone 3 was at the end of the life cycle, like, and it sold 289, which would have been in the 60 million, 80, 70 million range at that point.
But then, yeah, you look at that. You look at like PS4s now, anyway, compared to now at least. Like, it's still a big ratio because you're going by numbers.
Killzone is a niche thing. Like, not everyone played it.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things because the older ones people were, but like at that time, like I said, not many people. You got to look. It does come down to ratios. It is a ratio thing. Because it's like anything. Okay, it's like anything.
That's
okay,
we've got a new one since because there's no money.
Because the ratio, yeah, because the ratio dropped. It's like saying, oh man, I ate so much. 10 years ago I used to be able to eat so much pie. The portions were so large. Okay, it was one pie shared between 3 people. So
I think Resistance did worse than Killzone actually.
But you know what I'm saying though, the ratio. So back then, people that were buying, like you were sharing pie with, it was split between 3 people. So your portion of pie was very large, right? You listen? You get my ratio?
Yeah.
So yeah, just make sure you're not. I mean, I want to make sure you listen. So make sure
I'm
the
still
ratio.
listening.
Yeah. So ratio is like, okay, so think about that. So back then, you would share pie with 3 other people. So you were getting a larger portion. So the ratio makes sense that going, it seems like, the ratio seems very large because it was only a small demographic. Then that demographic gets larger.
Sold like maybe 10% or less of PS3's units.
Well, that's currently. I don't know what the currently sold at that time back then. It you know what I mean? Like,
there was a lot. There was in the 50, 60 millions back then. That's how many sold.
But it's a large jump now because so many more people have been buying. They had bought PS3s as of 2024. So the ratio is a bit.
Yeah, but you can't buy them new.
Accurate.
They were already used or.
But my point being is, you got to work out ratios because you getting a larger portion between 3 people makes sense. Imagine now sharing that pie with 20 people. Your portion is going to be a lot smaller, and you're going to feel like you're being ripped off because the portion is being divided. So that's where you got to look at games. You got to realize what's being shared, like played on what. Like that's why it's kind of funny when they're like for example, when we've made fun of like Hi-Fi Rush before, they're like, oh, we've got 2 million players of people playing Hi-Fi Rush, but the majority of players were PC. And yet the Xbox gamers were chirping up and going, oh, haha. It's like, it wasn't even Xbox gamers that were playing it. It was PC gamers. Like, that's the ratio, but they still try to claim, you got to look at ratios is a very important thing because it does manipulate the charts.
Resistance sold a lot, actually. Jesus. Almost 4 million for the first game.
There was going to be a Resistance movie at one point.
Yeah, it's weird. That shouldn't happen. It should never happen.
That would be cool, actually.
Resistance 2, 2.83. Resistance 3, 1.79.
But the ratio of when they were...
That died off. Jesus.
You know, it's... And again, too, the games can be a bit funny as they progressed on. So...
Yeah, but Resistance 2 and 3 are... First one's janky as fuck.
I played the first one. I don't even know if I played 3 personally.
No, because that came out, what, 2009? No.
And the
no,
PS3 generation...
2011 or 13 or something.
Hmm.
Because 2008 was Resistance, the first one.
And
that
that's
was already years after the PS3 came out.
So you got to take into ratios of like how many consoles actually sold at that time. You know, all these things like that.
I can tell you. I think they got record of that too. Like, what was it, 2008 Resistance? PS3 sales, 2008. It was already 9.4 million, or 9.2 million.
Yeah, so 9.2, and that was
2008.
So how many copies of Resistance were sold then?
Fucking 3.89. God dang.
So so that's a
it was less for Killzone, 2 point something.
Yeah, but out of the 9 million consoles that were owned around that time,
yeah, 3.89, almost 4 million of that had
you think about that ratio is really good.
Jesus.
So if you go look at that, that's
but Killzone wasn't like that was at 1-2 million.
Yeah, but that's still a good ratio out of the 9. That's what I'm saying though. Is 9 point whatever million consoles sold with a
2. That was 2009, I think.
It's around that time.
Killzone 2 was 2009.
Yeah. So that's still a rough ratio. You could even look at maybe at 10 million, maybe 11 consoles sold in that year later.
Maybe even more than that because it was a slow start.
Otherwise, it could have been a mad jump. But that's what my point being is. Okay, so even then, let's just round it to straight 10 million. So 1 point whatever of copies sold is still a good ratio compared to 10 million consoles sold. That's that's a decent chunk. But then if you compare now's time, like of 87 million consoles sold, that now makes Killzone look like it's sold poorly. Just what I'm saying is because ratios, like that's why ratios are important because you got to look at statistics on how things work.
I mean, Killzone did sell poorly at the end of the PS3 because the third one did.
Yeah, but this is the funny thing that this is why I always laugh about Xbox gamers that are like all these like Xbots that are into these whole ratio statistics that don't even look at their own statistics because they grab statistics from PC. They're comparing now for a game that came out like 10 years ago and they go, or not even that. They look at a small window and go, oh, this game's doing really good. It's just like, but what's the grand scheme of things? You're not looking at the bigger picture of how it's sold. It's run progression or the downfall of it. They go, oh yeah, but like, Hi-Fi Rush had 2 million players. Yeah, how many has it got now? Most probably barely any. Like, but they still go, oh, we had 2 million players. But it's like, yeah, but that's when it hit. It only hit that. Like, out of how many people actually had fucking, more people have PCs than consoles. Like, that's the other stupid thing. They go on about these ratios. It's like PC. There's more PC users.
That's why says like bring Resistance that back. Like, it didn't sell enough to come back. Like, that's why they haven't done it.
Yeah, because it had a downcline. If they did 1 and then there was no other games, then it would make sense for them to do 2 because 1 did well. And that's why they did do 2. And then 2 was and like, 3. And then like we'll do 3, and then 3 was like even more down. So it's like
I think it was planned as a trilogy in the first place. Yeah, they come out every 2 years.
But people don't always finish trilogies because of that. If the downfall's there, sometimes trilogies just give up.
Look at Dante's Inferno.
Yeah,
Dante's Inferno. That was meant to be a second
series.
game called Dante's something.
Not Dante's Peak.
Something. Time with P.
Not Dante's Peak.
It may be a sequel, but nope, because the first one didn't sell well.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, because Dante's Inferno was kind of like in a parallel to like God of War in the sense, but like a different perspective because it followed it's following like the religious like
it's the same idea,
because even God of War played at the whole like God's mythology.
Except you're fighting people, not monsters. And
well, that's the saying. God of War was like the mytho of like the gods and stuff like that, where Dante's Inferno was kind of mimic God of War, but it was the mythos about like the sins and the, it was more about that focus side of things. So it's followed the law of the gods, but it's the devil and it was the sins. It's more religious. Like that's the whole point of Dante's Inferno. Like it's based off of the story Dante's Inferno. it was a capsulized version
do
of
you
that.
want to watch the anime of that, like the movies and stuff?
It just fills in.
Fucking good.
Yeah, it fills in the gap. But again, that's EA, and EA loves doing EA things. So
that's when companies' expectations.
Because it didn't, yeah, it didn't hit the
put a game out, market it well, make a good game, sell it. People will buy it if it's good. If it's not, it won't sell.
Like that's what it used to be like.
Look at PS2. There was so many games for that. They just churned them out. Like if they were good, if not,
it's just crazy. It's just right.
Stop spending tens of millions of making a damn game. If it's not good. Like, look at these indie games now. They cost a few hundred thousand, and they make millions.
Yeah.
Because there's more care. They make what they want to fucking make.
Yeah, because exactly.
It's
yeah,
putting pressure on them.
It's literally studios making what they want to make because that's what they're in the middle of producing at the moment. Like that's what they, not because someone said, "Oh, we want you to make this game." Like it's that. That's the point of what the indies are doing. Like we've got this project we want to try and put out there. Let's create this project and get it released. Like. Not just like, oh, well, in our statistic ports, the demographic is after this at the moment. And that's half the problem, too, with this game. Like, these companies, they're like, well, the demographic is into vampires at the moment. We want you to make a vampire game. Okay, work on the game for 5 years. That trend is already gone. Oh, here's the game. Oh, it didn't do too well. Wonder why? Because you were trying to base off of a trend that had already, had been and gone.
We do have a gauge, Joe, for old games now from Sony with the back compat thing. When they put Medieval 2 on there and stuff, people have bought the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Because they want the second one remade like the first
one. Yeah. And it's because they're good games. I've got to go back.
They're showing incentives that we want it again. Like,
I'm hoping
we get, because PS2,
I've got to
reinstall Killzone, because that's on PS2. If they put that on back compat, my fucking word, that's going to sell well.
Oh, yeah.
At like $15, maybe $20 for Killzone, because you easily put 20. Like, people will buy that. I'm going to buy it. Like, you'll probably buy it. Like, people want shooters on PlayStation again. Like, we've already got Destiny and Call of Duty.
And that's it. But they're they're third-party games. We want some actual, when these games are built.
Killzone. We had so many back
then. The thing is, though, when these were built, they were built utilizing the hardware. Like, that was the point of games. Like, that's what people forget about exclusives. It's like, the reason exclusives wasn't just to compare, like, it was using the hardware, it was taking advantage and being designed.
Xbox had a lot of they bought them as well.
Yeah.
They paid to have it.
I mean,
but,
Xbox
a lot of devs didn't want to use the PS3 because the cell processor made things hard.
And as you kind of really look at it.
Sony's own dev said it was hard to use.
But like I said, as I've looked at it, at least for the last 15 years, maybe the last generation alone, Xbox hasn't really tried to utilize any of the hardware where PlayStation has. They do things where they incorporate the controllers features and do things that take advantage of the processors, the CPUs.
How the DualSense, haptic feedback, haptic triggers. You still got the speaker, you got the touchpad.
Like they
You're
do things
engaged with the game.
But exactly because they make it interactive. So there's a big time still where things could be ringing or talking. You hear it come to the controller. That's not happening on an Xbox controller. You hear it come through like normally on a game. But they cut that audio out, make it flick to the controller, and make it feel immersed, like a phone call ringing or vibrating.
I think you had
the whispers would come through,
and the people through your headset, like who were talking through communication.
That's not happening on Xbox. You hear it coming through on the TV. If not even getting that at all. Like you miss out on some of those extra features. Like people that are making games for the PlayStation are utilizing things that are on that system. That's why I like PlayStation.
The next Asobi game.
That's why I like Wii. Again. That's why I like Wii stuff as well, because Nintendo were making games that utilize the features. Xbox doesn't have any features. The only thing it utilizes is its fans.
Connect.
Oh no, we're getting to emotion. It's like, oh no, we're getting to a stressful part. Here goes the Xbox. Like, oh cool, look at my fucking interactive hardware features. It's gonna blow up. You know, like
the PS4 did that as well. The PS4 was a fucking jet engine.
Yeah, well, it was actually taken off. I saw one video where his PlayStation took off. So
right, that's what I mean. Like, because I tried to play God of War when that came out on the PS4
I
Pro.
I can't remember. I don't know if it's. I don't think it was AI. I think they put like wings on it and he stop motioned it. But it was like it started heating up and they made the console levitate just fly off. I was like, that's I only recently saw that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's only them late game like Last of Us
that pushed the console.
Part 2, God of War. Ghost of Tsushima. All of those games like kind of ramped up the speed of the fans and
yeah. But even then, the PS4 had features. Like it had the same thing with the touchpad and the microphone coming through and stuff. And that's the thing too. Like they actually even.
I remember Days Gone. You had the walkie-talkie coming through the speaker when you're playing.
They had the games where you had like talk into the controller. You didn't have that with Xbox. Even if you had your headset plugged in, you wasn't picking up your microphone that you're talking through. PlayStation controller be like, and the character be like, and then you could do things. Like games were doing stuff, like actually being innovative. Like it's just.
I mean, Xbox are doing that next one with the haptic feedback. It's like you're a bit late to that.
Yeah, because they finally bought access to the tech. That's why.
When Sony made that damn tech.
Yeah, they got to pay to access it.
Yeah, they're paying Sony to put in so.
Well, it's the same thing to the Blu-ray player. Xbox didn't have a Blu-ray player till the fucking Xbox One series. They had to pay Sony for the Blu-ray.
Sony made that as well, like the Blu-ray discs and drives.
Sony has done all this shit. People try and Sony shit. Fucking DualShock. DualShock came from PlayStation. Fucking the Blu-ray player came from PlayStation. The haptic controls have come from PlayStation. Like, where's Xbox's so-called VR tech that they're going to make?
The Kinect come from PlayStation too, because they had
the
iToy on PS2.
I'm still waiting for them to finally.
The iToy was was better than the Wii and the Kinect. Like that's still amazing.
But that's so funny. Like how I still remember.
The fucking window washing. That's so good.
I still remember back when they had that presentation at one of the E3s or whatever it was, and they announced that they were going to do fucking Xbox was going to do VR. They gave up on that pretty quickly. PlayStation had their VR, and they're like, oh, we're not going to bother now. Like,
I see why, because it was going to be inferior to PSVR.
Yeah. But they didn't even try it.
They can't jump in there now because unless they get the PS tech.
It's too late. Well, I mean, there's other things they don't need PlayStation 4 because Meta and all that other stuff exists. But they end up going that way anyway. They end up going for VR tech.
Yeah, PSVR 2, like at the price point and quality is still the best on the market right now. Like,
well, that's what I mean. Microsoft
end up thousands for a fucking Quest.
Microsoft end up, and this is the stupid part. Microsoft end up shifting and supporting VR on Windows PC, then actually making it compatible. It's like, why invest your money into the system for Windows when you could have done both, had that invested for that, buy the one Meta unit or whatever it was, or Oculus, whatever the fuck it was, I can't remember what it was that they were making, and make it supported so it worked for PC and your consoles, and then you could have had Halo in VR off the fucking bat, basically, and then you could have at least had a gimmick added to it to have a mode, and at least tried to do, you know what I mean? At least tried to do something where you could actually add a gimmick. And people going like, oh, I could play Halo in VR. Well, we will now on fucking PlayStation. It won't take long. Like, fuck, you could already do it on PC.
They do have a gimmick already. Like, it's a media system, an Xbox.
What media system?
Remember, like the Xbox One was a media system, had games secondary.
Yeah, what was the use of that? Nothing.
It was a console, but it was a streaming box, like for movies, TV.
But
music,
again, that was more of a thing. It was like a cable box, and that was more useful for fucking Americans than anyone else in the world.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
That's because Xbox is an American company.
Yeah, but that's what I said. What media functions? Like, it was stupid.
But like, because it did not prioritize games.
No, but then they updated the system and made it more priority. Like, they gave up their own thing there too.
Oh, the One X, yeah.
No, during the One, they updated their thing and made it focus on
to One X.
No, it was before the One X. It was during the One.
S.
No. It was during the One generation. They actually made an update for it, so it focused back on games.
Yeah, but it didn't fucking help. Games still ran at 900p or less.
Oh yeah. Not talking about that. I'm just saying the focus on how the system, how the UI and everything operated. It turned.
Yeah, they pretty much fucking reverted. Like
they reverted away from the media player, and then
Whereas I always down the hill, if you buy a PlayStation, it's a gaming machine, which
that's what consoles are.
Gaming machine.
They're a gaming system. The media is a side function. That's just the bonus. Being able to watch DVDs and whatnot on them, like.
Well, and they also don't put that as a main feature. They announce games and they're like, you can play this. They don't say, oh, you can watch YouTube on this. Yeah, they've never done that, I don't think, for PS4 or 5 or anything. It's just it's there if you want to use it.
That's exactly it. You download the apps. They're not like trying to push them onto you or something like that.
I remember the Xbox One review. I was like, you can plug this into your cable stuff. I'm like, it's a fucking game console.
Yeah. I mean, they still kind of push that a little bit. You literally just fucking out of the box has like Fortnite on the console and fucking the new Xbox is literally have Fortnite on the console and like YouTube and shit on the console as well.
Jesus.
Netflix and YouTube out the box.
I remember the I still hate that when I got my Series X, you had to connect to the internet to actually use it.
Yeah, you had to do the initial. You actually had to do a day one patch to use it, basically. You had a day one patch your console.
Pretty much. Oh, you can't use it?
Well, I think I did that with my PlayStation.
Yeah, because you had the no. The one of the disk drives shouldn't have the thing on there though. It's only when you add a disk drive you have to verify. Like with my Pro, so I had to add a disk drive to it. It had to verify that, but that's only a one-time thing.
The cloud or something. It was a weird thing I had to do.
That's weird.
Yeah, you got to set it up so you can connect.
It come with a disk drive though. Like what?
Yeah, you had to.
It was already paired to it.
Yeah, you just had to like run.
Also, anyone who says about it's a bad idea, like doing that for the disk drive, no, it's not. It prevents fucking illegal shit happening.
What's that?
The disk drive pairing.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
It's just so you can't rip the stuff and games and that.
Yeah, so you don't, yeah, exactly. Don't put a dodgy device onto it and have it read like jumping through something else. Yeah. Well, it's to verify that you're using proper.
That's cool. If your disk drive breaks, you can replace it. You can't take that apart.
No, but that's what it is. Okay, so the reason behind that is because it's literally as an attachment. It's to verify that you're not using, like say, kind of dodgy software
products.
Yeah, because therefore that technically, if anything goes wrong to your console,
it's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. So the point of that being to verify, you verify that you've plugged it in. So if anything goes wrong with the PlayStation, they know it's their responsibility because either the disk drive got faulty or the console got faulty, and they have to replace it. So that's why it's paired to the system.
Which is why I like the removable disk drive, because you can just pop it off and get a new one.
So if anything goes wrong, you can contact Sony.
Like, you could play the PS5 forever now because you don't replace the disk drive.
But like I said, if you have an issue with anything like that, so if the issue with the PlayStation disk drive goes funny, you could contact PlayStation, report the code of your console, report whatever code's there. They know it's matched up and paired because it gets registered. So they go, okay, yep, that's faulty. We get it.
Yeah, marriage with the friggin' motherboard.
And then they go, okay, sweet, we can send you a replacement or whatever because you didn't tamper with anything. It's part of that void warranty. So if you try to do something dodgy and plug in a modified disk drive, then they go, okay, you've done something dodgy, something gone wrong. That's on you because we've seen that you. So, you can't be like,
I hate it because you have to connect to the net to verify it, but in the long term, it's not.
I know it gives you receipts.
It's easily replaceable. With that, I have to take that apart, get out the disk drive, and
that's what gets me with people that complain about things with registering stuff, like especially with like games where people are going on like, oh, why do I have to connect to the PlayStation, like the whole Helldivers thing, being like, why do I need to connect to the Sony servers? It's like, well, it's a Sony game, it registers you a warranty. If anything goes wrong with your account, it's verified through Sony. Like if you lose anything, it's stored on their server, like backup, like things are cloud connected. I know they've removed it now, but like, okay, if anything goes wrong, you can't be like, oh, this game is fucked up. Fuck you, Sony. Well, hey, you've moved yourself. Sony ruled themselves out of that, so then you four have to contact Arrowhead. So if anything goes wrong, it's now on Arrowhead's head and not Sony's head. But I mean, you can't tell people. Yeah, but it'll still be funny if anything goes wrong. I don't
get the outrage when. How many launchers do people have? The Rockstar launcher, the Ubisoft launcher.
But that's the thing that people don't realize. Okay, you got these launchers.
Epic, Steam.
I said, I could buy Sims on Steam, but it registers through third party to the EA servers.
Also, don't buy the Sims. Don't buy the Sims yet.
Don't buy it.
No, it's half baked. Don't.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Have you seen the specs it takes to run that?
Barely anything. I don't know who's gaslighting it, but people have been
No one's gaslighting it.
I've watched plenty of people play it, plenty of people talk about it. They've had no problem whatsoever.
Did they show anything?
Yeah, I've watched people play it, and it works fine.
I'm not buying it yet. There's a reason it's mixed on Steam. Like, it's not positive at all. You look at the system requirements. It requires a graphics card from 2012 or later.
Yeah.
The game's from like 2002.
Yeah. You do realize it's an updated
All they did was
version.
upscale a little bit. That's all they did.
No.
Yeah.
It's
like that's all they did technically.
They did a big patch
it's
to the whole
fucking
thing.
bad.
Like I don't listen to people misinformation.
I didn't. It's a real fucking thing.
Yeah. Like it is a lot of they've cleaned it up a shit ton. You try and put those disc versions into anything now, you're going to get bugs and corruptions because they are incompatible. Like that's the point. Like the disc versions work to a point of that period. These work from that period onwards. So if you want to run an old system, chuck in your old discs. So if you've got a graphics system that's before 2012, just install the discs. It'll work fine. Anything after that, you can't use the discs. You have to download this version, this re-released version.
Also, it starts at 600p resolution.
Default resolution.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of games that have that. There's games I can flick to modes that have that. Plenty of games I can flick between weird resolutions.
Jeez, so many people refunded. Oh my god.
Yeah, because yeah, people just like to fuck shit up. Steam users.
Hang on, this person refunded it, giving it a thumbs up.
Steam users are kind of quick these days.
No, it's fucking EA. They did nothing to it. They just went port, done, smacked it. 25 years.
Well, like I said, try and play the old versions on disc. It won't work.
Well, you can. You can have old PC.
That's the truth.
You have to have like an XP or fucking Windows 7 to even run it.
And that, yeah, the truth.
But this is the minimum specs. 4 gigs of RAM, which is fucking ridiculous. Even for that. Graphics card is a modern one.
Yeah,
like
GT 60.
GTX 600. That's like 2012 or later, like earlier, like current. Recommended is the same thing as minimum. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, but a GTX 600 is a 2012 card, I think. That's just
a rough example. It doesn't have to be.
No, that's minimum. That's minimum requirements.
Yeah, but they list. There's games that don't even list.
Stop the bullshit. Don't fucking no one buy this fucking shit.
I've got games that have recommended higher graphics card. I've got like a fucking.
I'm not talking about that alone. It's all the issues with it. There's a whole list full of issues.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone with issues when I was watching people play it. All I heard was people talking about the old version with issues.
I mean, I'm not stopping you buying it. Like, goddamn, buy it if you freaking want. But I'm just saying what's wrong with it.
Next, 9%. Yeah, it's only 880.
It's just a half-baked EA thing. Like, they nothing to it. Yeah, they're patching it currently. The game is more stable. Few things have been addressed. So if they're going to release more patches, it should be playable. Yeah. It should be after they've released it. Like, fucking hell.
6 hours, not even 0.2 hours played.
It's trash. Like, just wait. Like, do not buy it right now. In 2 hours, the game crashed 5 times. Like, fuck me dead. Like it's fucking EA. Like all that, they're up there with they're just getting worse.
Goku's played it for
waste of money. Stick to the Ultimate Collection if you got it from EA app. Exactly. Stick to the Ultimate Collection, which you can play them on modern systems, and they run better than this fucking shit. Like as soon as I saw it, I'm just like, it's mixed. Haha, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I mean, buy it. I don't care. It's your freaking money. I don't care what you buy, but just it won't be the smoothest thing.
I mean, it might be even better because I'm only running Windows 10 with the 9070 graphics card.
Oh, bet Windows 10 that turns
970.
off this year sometime.
Well, the support for it.
Yeah, which means you gotta go Windows 11. Otherwise, it's useless.
I can't get Windows 11 on my system.
What?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
It doesn't
New
support.
PC build, man.
My build does not support Windows 11 somewhere in the soft firmware, whatever it said. Can't upgrade to.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Is it the XMP bullshit?
What I think something like that.
Yeah, that you just go into your BIOS and change it and click on XMP and you can upgrade to it.
Yeah, I'm sure to try. I tried. I couldn't even get into that. That was the problem. I tried getting into my BIOS and it won't let me. So somewhere.
What the fuck?
Yeah, whatever that BIOS for that.
Keep tapping delete when you load up.
No, I can get to my BIOS, but trying to get to that section, it won't let me get to it. Yeah, it's very. I followed the steps on how to change it over, and it doesn't allow me to change it over.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Like you could literally be locked out of Windows 10. Like.
Oh no, Windows it won't lock you out. There's just no more support.
No, but there'll be a point where nothing gets fixed. Like you won't get updates.
It'd just be the way it is. It's just keep working the way it's been working.
You can't play new games at that point.
I mean, I don't anyway because I can't play like anything after Alan Wake because Alan Wake doesn't work on my PC.
That's what I mean. Like, why the fuck does it lock like that?
Yeah,
you can't access the thing.
So I'm
That's
stuck.
Weird.
Yeah, I tried doing it several times and it just doesn't have the thing for it. Yeah, something I remember going into trying to do it and it goes, you don't have permission, something like that. And I guess because it's not a, I've only got, I don't know, he keeps trying to get me to the thing and you go to here and it's just like, you don't have a version of Windows, activate your Windows. I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah, because you haven't got, yeah.
So it does this whole rigmarole thing where it won't let me to do it. So.
Because you haven't activated. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like Windows doesn't need.
They locked that behind that.
I mean, I don't know why Windows has to be so expensive to buy Windows. Like, why can't it just be free?
No, it's like $20, $30.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where from, but keys.
Just buy a key.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't support Microsoft like that.
No.
No one buys a legit. I don't think I bought a legit key. I just bought a
CD keys or something like that.
I think it was more a legit site. Yeah, my brother got it.
I just don't know, yeah.
Which I did find out, building a new PC, as long as you sign in with this account, you don't need another key.
No, that's it. But I don't. I would have had a key, but like my older versions of computers, I don't have the fucking key for it. So.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so I would have to buy another version.
Yeah, $20.
I mean, if I can find one for $20, yeah. I mean, I'm actually do that if I end up doing it in PC. Just do PC.
Well, you don't just get it now, then you just USB it to the next one. And then just log in with your Microsoft account and it automatically activates it.
But I mean, technically, I guess if I do activate the fucking code, it should theoretically just update because I've activated it, so.
Or if not, it's going to your BIOS and then do it.
Yeah, so. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, because I had that issue too. Like, I can't do Windows 11. And then I'm like, XMP?
Yeah, it's stupid things like you don't have permissions to do whatever.
Help! So I get my brother to. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, you go in your BIOS and flick the switch.
Yeah, it didn't have like the section for it in my BIOS. It was like missing.
That's so fucking weird.
The thing you're supposed to go into to change it, yeah, that's not. Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
Right. The fact they make you activate to do that though.
Yeah, because it's like blocked behind things too.
And buy their $200 key. Like.
Yeah, because I can't upgrade to the free like standard like unact because I guess I gotta pay for a key to be able to actually upgrade.
I don't know anyone who buys a legit key anymore. Like.
No, I might just have.
That's so expensive.
Fucking knockoff key. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why fucking people just.
When you get a key from Microsoft for like $30 from someone else, like. Maybe less than that somewhere, but. I don't know. Or if you buy a pre-built, you get a key there anyway. Like they just activate it for you.
Wait, what? Oh, it's from someone else. Yeah, product. Windows 11 professional retail product key.
Yeah.
Productkeys.com. That's like.
Yeah.
11.90 apparently.
See, cheap compared to their
it's
fucking
it's
Microsoft
like
own 200.
It's like
or whatever.
don't pay $99. Pay. It's like what?
Yeah, $11.
That's weird.
Cheap. No, it's handy.
It's just crazy they can get around just get around things. Weird.
Yeah, because they get the keys from Microsoft.
Windows 10
it's just
Pro.
Microsoft mark their own up.
What? Windows 10 Pro 3264-bit retail key. $649.
Yeah. Don't get the not Windows 10 Pro. Get Windows 11.
No, but if you have 10, you upgrade
what is now. Yeah.
Yeah, because you upgrade, they give you a free upgrade anyway.
Yeah, you upgrade to Windows 11. Yeah. As soon as that Steam OS is coming out, I'm switching to that. I think.
Yep.
Because fuck Windows. Like, it's so much issues with it.
So yeah, I don't know. That's on Electronic First.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. Buy a key.
Yeah. You get it from a legit one like Green Man Gaming.
Yeah.
They're a legit site. They're a legit third party.
Yep.
Don't go CD keys in it. I've found out they're not really
Yeah, it's kind of more of like a marketplace. Anyone can like put a key up, basically. Yeah. Where this is like a whole.
So
more of
they could be stolen. That's how I bought one from CD Keys, and Steam's like, that's a stolen key. Like, oh. I mean, it was only BSIM for like $9 or less, but still, they stole the key and then sold it.
Yeah.
Whereas Green Man, they pay for the keys, they get the keys, and they sell the keys legally. But
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, no one should ever buy an official Microsoft fucking all it does is let you have backgrounds and stuff.
Just activates that you've registered your device.
Yeah, like it just gives you customization of your PC, really.
Yeah.
And other couple of things, but mostly that. Also, speaking of that thing about I was gonna mention it before, but you know how Doom the Dark Age is coming out? Do you know single player only? You can play it 2 days early by paying a bit extra more money.
2 days early, a whole 2 days.
Oh, 2 days. I'm just like, this has got to stop. Like, it comes with the DLC and stuff, like future season pass and stuff, but like, why is it 2 days early for a single player game? Play 2 days early. Why is that a perk? What? I get it. It should be the same time as everyone else. No matter if you bought the high up $160 one. I am sad that I missed the collector's edition. That sold out so fucking quick. I wanted that fucking statue and shit, and the steelbook with the key card. Like, shad. But it is what it is.
That's it.
Also, do you have any pickups this week, Does?
No, not really, no. Nothing I haven't really been doing much. No real pickupping.
No real pick-uppies?
No fizzy drinks for me today.
No fizzy. No fizzy drinks today.
No pickups for me today. So yeah, it's just. What do you got? What's your?
I got a couple. Couple of bangers, couple of rares, couple of things I just wanted to play. Add to the collection.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll start with the 360s.
360s.
Let's go. Start with this one.
Maybe trash.
I got Wally.
Oh, Wally. Trash.
Yeah, I got on 360 because it's got achievements. PS3 one doesn't. No trophies. I'm surprised at the condition it's in for an old game, like 2006 or 7.
Decent copy, yeah.
It's a fucking perfect condition. Like,
that's all right.
Fuck. This one, the case is a bit stick it up, but stranglehold I got it for $10.
it's not bad.
I am sad that the case is ripped a little bit there, like there and there.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, so I ordered a new case. Like the inside's still good.
Yeah.
I just got a new case for $8, so with the perfect thing. Yeah, it's just got a couple of sticker residue like there and up the. Like, come on, like why? Like right there, you could.
Secondhand, yeah, it's an EB sticker.
Stickers. Take them off when you get them. Don't just leave them sit for years.
I know that EB sticker spot.
Right. And this one here, there's one of the rares I was talking about.
Yeah.
But King Kong on the 360.
Oh yeah, King Kong. That was good.
I found out this is on the Series X. You can play it. I was like, it's back compat, which is weird because this is a rare. Like, it was mostly on PS2 and original
it's a big
Xbox.
game. It was good. I remember snapping all the dinosaur jaws.
Right.
You go. You dropped it.
Try and flatten out.
He dropped it.
Yeah, but still complete, nice. It was mostly on PS2 and original Xbox. There's no Oz copies. I had to get a UK one. These two here, what I'm excited about as well, like Condemned.
Yep.
And Condemned 2.
Yeah.
Made by Monolith.
Yep. Crazy.
Still perfect conditions. I'm like, I am surprised. These are from 2005 and whatever it is. It's just funny how it's called Condemned here, but in the US and as Condemned Criminal Origins.
That's weird.
I thought it was a different edition, but no, it's the same game. Just different region.
Different name.
Okay, we'll move on to PS3s. I spoke about Dante's Inferno. That game is... I played like maybe 10, 15 minutes of it. It's pretty good, actually.
It is a good game.
Like,
it's a good game.
Also, back compat on Series X. I got it for free with the Games of Gold one year. It plays so much better on the Series X, like, and looks cleaner. This one's a bit of a. I got it for the platinum, but Clash of the Titans.
Oh yeah.
The game isn't very. It's not the best, but
no.
I did like the movie. Same as this one, Planet 51.
Yep.
Like,
It's
that is what it is. Still nice and well. These games are. I like how nice they all are. Still. Okay, this one I got because I played Binary Domain. I'm a big Gears fan. This is a Gears clone, but Quantum Theory.
Yep.
It's made by Koei Tecmo.
Yeah. Some weird elements in Quantum Theory.
It's just like Gears of War, like 1-to-1 nearly. Like you got the cover base, you got the old X.
It's basically
the roadie run,
engine, yeah. But they added different.
But you
elements
got the
to
person to chuck at somebody, like you can chuck your little companion.
Have you played any of it?
Nix. I played a little bit.
Go upside down?
Huh?
You got upside down, yeah.
No, but I chucked my little companion just full on yeet.
The world mapping in that game is crazy.
Oh no.
That's
I have heard it's a trash game. Like not trash, but bad.
There's some weird game elements, like you'll be playing and then you're playing basically like you're climbing up a building, like kind of feeling, but then it's like you're battling on a battlefield, but then as you're running through, you start kind of like being upside down and you see the world like rotate as you're playing because you're on the different elements and stuff, yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It'd be cool.
It's just because the world makes the world fun.
And I had to complete the collection. God of War Volume 2.
Yeah.
With Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, the PSP titles.
Yep.
Like,
that's a good one to have.
I am sad that the book has a...
I wanted to get my hands on one of those.
I'm like, bruh.
Was it much? Or was it pretty reasonably priced? Cause...
About $100.
Yeah, that's why I haven't bought for that reason.
But you won't get it any lower than that.
No,
like, it's usually crazy. 150, 200.
Ridiculous.
Like,
for fucking
so second... the first collection though. The volume 1's the same.
Oh, it's fucking stupid. Half of these, oh here you go, yeah, $100. Half ripped fucking catalog or sticker marks or fucking shit. Like fuck off.
That's why this one's pretty good. Like,
yeah.
Except for
the EB sticker stain on the
the EB sticker on the just that, but it's not the end of the world. Like it
still shit, it's not $100 worth of quality.
Now we get to the juicy ones. Of course, we already said that we already bought it digitally, but Fist of the North Star.
Yep. Yep.
I think they come with.
You did say you were getting it, so it was in the way.
They come with stickers too, which is pretty cool. And whatever that is.
I forgot I got that. I could install that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Also, got it from Collector's Quest.
Oh, yep.
I got a couple of them from there. A couple of these are from there. The sticker sheet doesn't fit in the case properly.
Like, yeah, that's why it's bent.
That's not bad. It's not fucking.
No, but that's why it's bent though. Because it didn't fit in the thing properly.
Yeah, and you can't bend it, so yeah. There's
like why? It's like you know it's going to go in the case. Why give a like you know what I mean? Like
make it a bit shorter, like
yeah, like you manufacture the thing. You know it's going to be inside the case. Like why? That's just funny when people do things like
that. This is a part order because I went through and bought the Yakuza games digitally.
Yep.
But now they started turning up.
Yep. I remember you talking about
Yakuza 0.
Yep.
I was like, I'm currently kind of playing that, which starts off the whole games. Because, like, just like there's no manuals in PS4 games, usually. Just a piece of paper, really. Some of them. They just got the writing on the back of the thing. I was like, bruh. Yeah, please play that first out of any other Yakuza game. Is it Yakuza? I mean, fucking Yakuza.
Yeah, it's Yakuza.
Yakuza.
They're called the Yakuza.
If you're... Yeah, but to them it's Yakuza.
I mean, they don't even pronounce it like that anyway because it's...
Well, they do in the games. Yakuza.
Well, that you might want to in the games. There's a reason why you might not want to pronounce it correctly. Like...
Yakuza 6? I went from 0 to 6.
I tell you that now, if you're making a game that's based on the Yakuza, and you want to kind of keep yourself even because it's got nothing to do with it, but like it does, like you still don't want to be like...
Did you see the thing about it? Like they actually got real Yakuza to check out the games, and apparently they're almost accurate.
That's funny.
And they're like, yeah, it's good. I was like, huh? Checks out.
That's right.
Like they were a fan of the Yakuza games.
That's what I'm saying. Ooh. That's why though they did things a certain way was because at the time, you know, like you don't know. It's like people dressing up as bikers that aren't bikers. You know, bikers get very it's like that. It's the same kind of thing.
But 6 is in a cool little. It's called the Essence of Art Edition. Comes with a.
That's cool.
Got your
it's in the thing.
Game and your.
That's what my that's what I think my Watch Dogs was like.
Like you got the cool.
My Watch Dogs is in a art book like that in the back.
Yeah, right.
That's why I didn't.
First one or second one?
Not my Watch Dogs. Sorry, Sleeping Dogs.
Oh yeah, Sleeping. It's in the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I never really played my.
Except it's cardboard, right?
No, it's a proper book. It's a proper book.
Oh, so same as this thing.
That's why I never I played Sleeping Dogs when it was because I got it on 360. It was normal.
Yeah, it's cool we get there.
And then they re-released it on the Xbox One in that version, and I bought that version, and that's why I never played it on Xbox One, because it's in the art book, and I never wanted to keep opening the art book to play it.
Right.
So I left it, and
that's
then
why I bought all these online, because I could install them.
So so I ended up playing it on 360, never went back to replay it again, even though it was a really good game, because I didn't want to ruin the art book. So,
right.
So, but anyway.
And lastly, Yakuza 2.
Yep, they're good though. They are good.
Well, Yakuza Kiwami 2, because it's the second one got remade. They called it Kiwami.
Yeah,
because the first remake's Kiwami, then you got Kiwami 2.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do the third one, Kiwami 3 and 4, 5, because the 3, 4, and 5 got remastered, then not remade like the first two.
Yep.
But it's a steelbook, which is nice. And like this steelbook, I thought it was going to be in okay condition, but look at that. Like, it is in perfect fucking condition still. Like, that is a good steelbook there. With Kiryu and whoever that is. I don't know. The inside looks nice too. The inside looks like the Japan. But yeah, Kiwami 2. The first one doesn't... It could be here next week. The first steelbook as well. It is cool they give you a steelbook though, and you even got a booklet for it. Like, bruh.
Yeah, because it's a fancy edition.
I don't know what's in it. Oh, okay. It's just...
That's crap.
stuff like that.
Nothing funny in it.
Yeah.
To make fun of it. Oh.
Yeah, just put.
Sometimes I used to have things like that with like Yakuza or anything. They'd make fun of things like that inside the book, but.
Right, they just got your English health warning precautions, 3D health warning, 3D health, VR health warning. Hang on, I need VR. Why are there 3D health warnings and VR warnings? What the fuck? This is 1 to 2 players. What the heck? No. There's multiplayer for this. I didn't even realize. But yeah, like it is PS4 Pro enhanced. Remote play, like I don't get it. Yeah, it is cool that they remade Yakuza though 1 and 2 because they were on the PS2. Like they were rough if you try to play them now. But the only one in English was the very first one on PS2.
Yep.
They had an English dub. The other ones, nope. The remake has no English dub either. Like they got rid of it completely. The only Yakuza games with English dubs now are Judgment. I think Judgment 2, Lost Judgment, and Like a Dragon with Ichiban. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because 3, 4, and 5 are in the one collection. That's what I got for like $70. I'm like, oh, I'll take that. I'm just waiting on Kiwami and that collection. I got all the Yakuzas currently. Then I got to get the Like a Dragon, Ishin, Like a Dragon, and the Man Who Erased His Name. That's the last. That's the latest one. Then you got the new pirate one.
Yeah, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza.
Yeah, that looks fucking dope. I've seen some of that. I was like,
bad guy, which apparently that's the bad guy, but now he's back and he plays him.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's in all the Yakuza games.
Yeah, but apparently he was a bad guy at one point. Like, that's the.
Bad in Kiwami.
And he's like he was a bad guy and then he died or something. Something weird happened. Or
Then he come back. Like yeah, I don't think he died, but I don't know. Like I played Yakuza way back when I was a kid. I understood none of it. But now that I'm, all grown up, I can play them now and appreciate with the remakes and.
That's it. Like that's the same thing for me because I never really played them back in the day, and it's just like.
I remember just doing the karaoke and stuff on the first one. Like I remember I did the same thing with Shenmue. Shenmue.
Yeah, Shenmue.
Like I played it, but I kind of hated it because I'm like, this is just walking sim. And you're doing like very mundane tasks like farming and stuff, like moving crates, and I'm like, this game is trash. But I just ordered Shenmue 1, 2, and 3, so I'll get to appreciate them now as well.
Yeah,
because apparently they're amazing games.
Yeah, they're an interesting one to play.
And that's why I got Fist of the North Star because I'm like, because that fits in with Yakuza and Lost and Judgment and. I think there's something else I can't remember that goes with it.
Oh, that's on special at the moment on digital.
What's that?
Oh, Shenmue 1 and 2.
Yeah, for what, like $20 maybe?
Shenmue 1 and 2 down to $7.19.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Shenmue!
I don't know if the PlayStation network's broken properly, so I don't really want to buy anything until it's on sale to the 13th. Well, I don't know if the servers are back online.
No, it is. They come on before, just as I ended my stream.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, they fixed themselves.
Yep. Yeah, well, no idea why it went down, so...
Well, apparently, someone was saying when I watched the videos, which I guess it was a joke, but it was like, service crashed when they put Monster Hunter on.
Yeah, that's a joke. Fuck's sake.
Oh, like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm like, I mean, it kind of makes sense, because I think there was an issue... I think it happened once before. There was another Monster Hunter release that came up on PlayStation or Xbox. It came out, and then one of the services went down then too.
Yeah, but WoW isn't out for another month nearly, so...
No, people are playing Monster Hunter currently.
Yeah, it's only a friggin' beta.
Yeah.
It's a test of servers. But that's not why it went down.
Yeah.
Like, it just...
But yeah, no, I thought it was
something happened. Right?
But it's like, I mean, it says it's down, but like some people can do things. Like that was the thing I think it was.
Yeah.
It's like
it was down, like they they never turned off the servers like they should have done.
Yeah, it's like they're still running. It's just people are having issues.
Because I could still access the store and stuff like that. It's just I had to put show online, but it didn't show me online.
Yep.
Until I went to do the podcast and it was like, oh, the servers are back on.
Yeah, it's not bad though. 1 and 2, $7.
Yeah, that's cheap. Because I just bought 1 and 2 plus the 3-year steelbook for like 40.
That's not bad.
No.
So
plus I get them on disc, which is nice. I
that's something I
still buy them digitally to play them. I think
I might have had 1 and 2 on disc already when they did that release. But
the Xbox, yeah.
But I can't remember. No, but the thing I can't remember if I bought it on Xbox or bought them on PlayStation. So I'm like, I got to look at my collection because I'm like, if I already have it on PlayStation, I don't want to spend the $7. I've already got it. But I can't remember. I got to look at my collection.
Yeah, but still, then you just download and play it. That's what I did. I bought all the Yakuza digitally.
Yeah, but like, that doesn't mean I have to spend $7. I could save myself $7. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, like I could have saved myself money not buying the digital.
I could use the $7 to buy a different game. You know what I mean, or something.
I got all them games for $118. Not fucking bad.
Like so. I mean, I haven't bought anything. So I haven't bought anything. The only thing I've done recently, so they're not really pickups.
I'm pretty sure you would have bought that on Xbox, to be honest.
Oh no, yeah, definitely have it on Xbox. But I'm saying, for this week, I have like I said, there's no pickups for me for this week. But the only thing I've really done this week was I upgraded my PlayStation account from the base essentials to the extra. What's the one up? Base essentials and extra. And
extra. Or so, the higher one.
I'm on the medium one at the moment, so I upgraded to the medium one.
Yeah, you get the whole library of games, right?
Yeah. So I end up downloading Ghostbusters because Ghostbusters was on there. And I was like, oh, I'll play that because I was playing.
Oh, that freaking cool one though.
It's the 4-player one, the Ecto. Because I played that on Xbox. I bought that on Xbox. Like I bought it when it came out. Played it briefly on Xbox, and I never really got anywhere with it. But I think it's just because I needed to have time to play it. Like I needed to put myself in and just play it.
Yeah, because I know there's a good Ghostbusters. It's a third-person one. It was not fantastic.
Yeah, like the one that's actually based on the movie. Well, I mean, this kind of is as well. Too. Like this technically is based on the movie as well because it's more set in the universe after the events.
Yeah,
like,
but you're not using the characters.
Yeah, so you create your own.
This one that I've seen had the whole cast. I'm like, ooh.
But I started playing that one, and it's been not bad. Like I've now got into it because I played private matches to start with to kind of level myself up. Leveled up pretty quickly, and it was actually kind of fun because you can like fight the ghost, catch the ghost, and you can just stick around though at the same time because you have AIs with you, and you can kind of dick around and just fuck up shit while they go and capture ghosts because you can just chuck on a different. Like you can now choose like because there's more variety because they've updated. It says more variety of ghosts, more types of ghosts, and then you got your. It's just nice just to play around with the settings and run done with it. But I then jumped on
pick it up one day.
Yeah, because Ecto Edition isn't bad. So I was like, I'm not really going to buy it again. I might as well just like, if I do, I may buy it at some point if it goes on sale. But I was like, I'll play it because I've upgraded. Like, I might as well just upgrade for a couple of bucks and just play it while I've upgraded my pass. And
you'd be surprised what goes on sale.
That's it. So I was just like, I'll upgrade for like couple of dollars.
That's what's about the Yakuza. All the games were like half off.
And then because like things are in the catalog as well, I'm just like, I'll just play their catalog of games when I'm rotating in between.
Yeah, but also if it's in the catalog and it goes on sale, you get a bigger discount too.
That's it too. So I was like, I'll play Ghostbusters. I've been playing that for a bit, and like I'm nearly level 30 now, only in a couple of days.
Oh dang!
Of playing it, and I've unlocked, and like now that I've started unlocking stuff and doing stuff, I'm like, okay, I get it. The game is kind of fun now. Like I do get it. Like I thought it would be. But at the time, it's just like...
At the time, it wasn't, like, back then.
Yeah, because the feeling of, like, the whole 4-player co-op, and then going up, then, like, 4-player co-op, and then one player could be the ghost. And, because it's like Dead by Daylight, basically, but you're not just running and hiding and scared, like, you're...
Yeah.
Literally, you can actually fight against the ghost and have fun.
You're hunting the ghost.
Yeah, so. I think the biggest issue was at the time...
It's the ghost job to hide, like, to not get caught.
And it's pretty fun, like, so playing, like, because I was playing that last night. And I was on there for a couple of hours having fun, like, joined a random match, and there's a couple of some kids. But then I took the change between it being a Ghostbuster and being a ghost. And it was funny listening to them, like, carry on when they're trying to capture me, because they'd be like, oh, there he is, they're like, oh, where'd he go? Ah, and then they're just carrying on and slime them and fucking spawn minions. It was just fucking hilarious. Like, listening to them chirp on while I'm being a ghost, and then taking possession of props and stuff, and then running around. It's pretty fun. Like, it actually is a pretty fun game. So like, I'm like, this is like actually just chill to play, like just to jump on and just stick around. Like I said, you can do private matches, so you can play by yourself with AIs. And you can just dick around collecting mushrooms and just destroying shit with your blaster.
At least they added AIs, so if there's no one playing, you just use bots.
So it is good just playing private mode. Like, there was kind of always there, but I don't know, it just when I first launched, it just didn't feel right. Like, I don't know, something about it just didn't... I couldn't place my finger on it, but it just didn't feel right. Like, it just felt like something was missing. Whether it was maybe how it was leveling up, it just felt a bit more grindy. Because, like I said, I've only just started playing the game on my account on PlayStation now. And I'm nearly level 30 already after playing for like the last 2 days, which I've only spent maybe 5 hours on playing.
Before you didn't level at all, really, I don't think.
Yeah, I barely leveled, and I played a few matches trying to play the story and stuff, and I barely went anywhere. Now it's like I can level some. Like, they made it easy to level, which I think that's what was missing, was that leveling system for upgrades and stuff, and it just, it felt a bit mean. But besides Ghostbusters, because I had access to the pass, I also downloaded Bloodborne. Start playing Bloodborne.
That game's hard.
It's
the frame rate doesn't help it.
No, and that's what I said. It's playing it now. It does feel very dated.
Well, that's all Souls games. Bloodborne, like Soulsborne games, they're basic. It's just
no, but it does feel.
It's gotta be good.
It does feel very like.
It does get hard because the frame time is off pace.
Because that was when was that like early? Was that PS3? Early PS4? Like, it just
2015.
It feels weird, so it feels old.
Oh, it is because it's like at 30 FPS
but
with bad frame time.
And the thing is too, like
it's like this.
It's weird. And the thing is too, like, I'm playing it, and it's like it's not at the moment where I'm playing through it. It's like it's not hard. It's just more that it's just annoying with how it does things because. Like,
because you press a button, it doesn't instantly do it.
That's what I mean.
The frame time.
That's what I mean. So it's like, it's not hard. It's just like, you go to dodge, so you press, but then he doesn't move, and you're like, and then you get hit, and you're like, well, it's not the game being hard. It's just the response to things.
No, but it's hard to play because it's not responsive enough.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's not really a hard game. It's just not responding to me doing things.
And you see Pepper there beating it with with no hands, like.
But I mean, maybe
how do you feel about that?
Yeah, like, but that's especially what they're doing with that now. Look at them, like, it's supposed to be responding quicker, so that's why they can do it. You try and use a controller, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna dodge and like I'm sitting there, like I'm playing, and I'm just like, oh, here's some guys, smack dodge, and I'm like, oh, okay, I've just been hit and I'm dead, because like I hit smack dodge, and he's just standing there, like do your shit.
You get past the first werewolf. That shit's fucking hard.
Like, it's just like, and I said it's not hard. It's just mechanically, it's a nuisance. So I'm
mechanically, it's broken.
Yeah,
you can't play it.
So
you can, but
it's
you've got to either adapt to the delayness.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've played
or get lucky.
In a weird loop because then the respawn points are kind of shit because they go, oh, here's your lantern, you've lit that, but once it's been lit, you do a cycle, and anything you fuck up within that cycle, it's fucked because it doesn't. You could run around and then come back to the lantern. You've already lit it, so it's not going to create a new checkpoint. So it's like checkpoints are kind of screwy in the sense of the thing. So it's not hard.
It just heals you, bring the enemies back.
Well, even if that, like, you got to go to the realm and do this thing, but it's like it doesn't checkpoint. There's no checkpoints, which I kind of get. But like when a game is fundamentally broken, you need to have checkpoints then in place to kind of resolve. It's not fundamentally
broken. It's just that frame time and the frame. That's what's wrong with it.
Because like if I left a lantern and I did a bunch of shit, I should be able to come back and just come into contact with the lantern, which they should create a new checkpoint. Like, cause that's what most Souls games do, because that's what I used to do. I used to, like, I didn't bother me if enemies respawn, but, like, I would play, like, Soul, like, literally Souls. And you'd go to the camp, set yourself a checkpoint, run off, do a bunch of shit, get the objective done, run back, camp again. Like, if there's none in the further progression, you'd come back to the one you were, camp again, you've created a new checkpoint. So the story stuff you've done, you've collected and saved that now. Doesn't matter if the enemy spawn back because you've done the objective. So then I could just go to this. You can't go and do the objective to try and come to the check because you got to go to a new checkpoint and then like set that as the new checkpoint. Like you can't go. It's weird. I'm like, that's kind of very fundamentally broken. Like you just got to keep going forwards.
I mean, it works if the game works correctly.
Yeah. So that's what I'm like. this is the thing that's only
But
annoying
you
me.
get dicked over by that mob that walks around the bottom of that. We come down that staircase. You got that mob. If you,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
go backwards
You
a
can
little
go
bit,
the
you got
whole.
that big fat guy behind
That's what I'm
the
saying.
fucking...
You go through the whole thing and get to the point where you're so close to getting to the next checkpoint to light the thing. You get one mistake because it fucks up. The whole thing's fucked up after you spent a whole puzzle loop running backwards and forwards. You could spend half an
That's
hour.
why I don't play it.
And then you go to the thing and you're just like, oh, it's fucked up now because you didn't get a chance to save the checkpoint. The next one, so it's just like, oh, like I said, it's not hard. It's just a nuisance. It's just like
the game's not.
The game's
perfect.
easy. Like the game's pretty easy to go around and
All
combating.
Souls games are easy.
Yeah.
When you think about it, they're all simple concepts.
Because like I said, that's what I used to do. And that's what kind of got. Because like Souls games, I could do.
People saying Souls games are easy, you're just bad.
Yeah.
That's like, how it is. You fuck up because it's your fault. You died.
Well, that's the punishment. Like in some of the Souls games, I remember where either your health got smaller every time you respawned.
Yeah, that was Dark Souls 2, which is
or
hated.
or what they did was I remember one of them where every time you camped, the enemies got stronger. Yeah. I remember that. I can't remember which one that was. I think it was by Demon.
I think that's 2 as well, actually.
But it was in one of them because I remember that happening. Or they I'm like, at least you could fundamentally go to the checkpoint, save your objective after doing the objective, and you were fine because you stored the data. So I was doing this. I'm like, okay, it didn't matter what I did. I didn't care because I was getting XP every time they spawned back. You save them again, you're getting XP. You can keep just farming it and leveling up. For one of the games, I remember doing that. It's camping. That was the funny part. There was an area. I can't remember which one it was.
It'd be the first one, I reckon.
It was Demons or Dark Souls, and I remember doing that. Going to a spot, camping up.
It'd be Dark Souls 1.
And then run back through again, kill a bunch of guys, run back, camp at the thing again. They all spawn back again. Run around, kill them all again, run back, camp, run out. And I remember doing that, going around farming all the fucking shit in the first area because you could save it at the campsite and they just spawn back. But Bloodborne took away that mechanic, and I'm just like, why? You've done all this stuff.
You're playing it like a Souls game, which it's not.
Yeah, and I'm like, I fundamentally know how this works, but then you've changed the elements, like.
Because Souls games, you have a shield, you can block, you can dodge.
Yeah.
Bloodborne, you parry and attack. Yeah. That's all you can do.
But I'm fine with that. But
it's
just like
shoot and get health back. But you can't block. You just have to dodge and parry.
But like it's like you can't because like I said, to really technically checkpoint now.
You have to be aggressive to play Bloodborne. You have to be in their face going at them.
Let's say to checkpoint now on the current checkpoints. If you go back to it, you've got to go to it, kind of sacrifice yourself, go to that other realm, and then come back into it. But then it's so convoluted. I'm like, that's why.
Because you're used to Souls,
because I worked the system out. I never really finished the Souls games, but I played the way I did play, which I do kind of want to play them again at some point, maybe.
Because I started with Demon Souls and then went to Bloodborne.
But yeah, I was just like, oh,
and then I went to Dark Souls, which was a lot easier than Bloodborne.
Oh, it's just tedious.
That's what I said. Like the games are fundamentally easy. You can make it easy or hard. Depends on how you play. There's no difficulty,
but it's literally like how it's built. So I might even just look at getting Elden Ring at some point and just be done with it. Just be like, fuck it.
Just play Elden Ring, which is I mean that's the most.
It's more modernly built and it'd be more easy.
Bloodborne is modernly built. It's just that frame time. It's bad.
But yeah,
things feel off.
That's what I mean. It's just.
That's why everyone wants a Bloodborne remaster. Like, give it to 60 FPS.
So
that's all it needs.
It's so janky. Like, it's so. I'm like, oh my god.
That's why I installed it a few weeks ago.
I was like, I'll play it. And I'm like, it's so dated. I'm like, it's like it's funish, but I'm like, it's so dated. I'm like, yeah. If it only was like updated, or if it's just bring in a remaster.
It just needs a patch for frame rate.
It just needs a lick of paint. It just needs a slight lick of paint, not just in the texture. Just the whole thing just needs a new, fresh. It just needs to be oiled.
It still looks fantastic.
Yeah. It just needs to be oiled. That's all it really needs. It just needs a little bit of oil.
Yeah, it needs a proper frame upgrade. That's it. Make it run at 60. It's fine. Like that's. Then again, Elden Ring's the same, but heads.
Oh, I can play that one. Demon Souls is actually on my pass. Oh, I can just download it.
Yeah, just play Demon Souls. Yeah, start with the granddaddy of the Souls.
Yeah, it's available on my on my tier I'm on. It's a PS5 version.
Just don't try and platinum it because then you'll be in for a world of hurt.
Yeah. So Dark Souls Remastered is currently 27, and
I am happy that I got the platinum, but like I followed a guide the whole fucking time.
Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. What's that?
Yeah, that's a game of the year, kind of.
Is currently $12.
Yeah, I bought them all on sale too because I'm like, oh, it's like that's so cheap. Haven't touched them because I hate Dark Souls 2. I hate it. I got so far on PC and then I just got to a point where I just kept dying. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
And my health was like this fucking big. I'm like, how do I do the rest of the game on 2 inches of fucking health?
It's just, yeah.
I don't know if you can increase your health on Dark Souls 2 or not, but like it just got smaller and smaller.
That's what I mean.
Every time you die.
It just gets stuck and you're like, oh.
And then I just quit. I haven't played it since.
Oh yeah, Time Seer's on that past thing too.
But yeah, Demon Souls, Platinum. It's the only Souls game, apart from Elden Ring, I've Platinumed. Elden Ring's fun, though. It's the most easiest one.
But yeah, so I might just do that, grab Demon Soul and install Bloodborne and get Demon Souls.
Someone wanted to play Demon Soul, like, do the Souls, mate. Well, you have to start with Demon Souls, and then I showed him Flame Worker.
Oh, God.
It's only the second boss. you can't progress until you beat him. Like literally, you can't progress until he's dead. I don't think.
I don't have to fit this. I should have a look.
Oh no, you got the spider boss first, and then Flame Work in the same level. I think.
Where's my controller? Where's my controller?
But like, no, Demon Souls that remastered it. Oh.
Yeah, because I remember it looked.
Well, it's actually remade.
Yeah, they did a big job on it.
I am happy that Bluepoint is not doing another remake. They're doing an original game.
Yeah,
ooh, I'm keen.
That's it.
I still hope it's SOCOM that they're doing. Give some modern SOCOM.
Well, that's it.
I tried to play SOCOM Special Forces on PS3. That game is so realistic.
So realistic.
Like, you headshot someone, they die in one fucking bullet.
Yeah. No sponges like some games.
Also, you can die in one shot from a headshot too, but...
Yeah.
If the enemies can hit it.
Oh, okay. Oh, Ghostbusters just...
No, just the fact, like... And it looks so... The frame time is a bit weird on that as well, I think. Like, the frames are, like, 30 or less. But, the game is fun. So, kind of... And it's not game-breaking, unlike Bloodborne, where, like... You have to be fucking on time with a dodge, with a parry, an attack. Like, with SOCOM, you're just shooting a gun. Like, you just...
What did it like... to?
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to get hard drive installed. So basically... On my hard drive.
But, no, it is. Like, everyone should play Bloodborne and Elden Ring. The other ones, give or take. Demon Souls and Elden Ring, not Bloodborne. Don't play Bloodborne.
Oh,
I mean, play it if you want. Just get a feel for it.
Yeah.
If you can play it, play it. If not, then don't.
Well, that's it.
Like, I haven't passed the first area, really, because it's fucking hard. Like, I kept getting fucked over by the mobs. As soon as you miss one attack or one parry, they're all hitting you at once and you're just dead. Like, I'll try to get it one day when it gets patched. Or remade, or whatever is happening.
Yeah. I did install it.
Because even on the PS5 Pro, that's where I installed it. It doesn't run any fucking better.
Yeah.
There's no upgrade to the frame rate. It looks a little bit better. It looks a bit cleaned up, but doesn't improve the frame rate. Which is weird. Like, just uncap the frame rate. Someone modded it on PS4. You can play at 60 FPS on PS4.
Yeah.
Someone made that and then they just got it. Sony just DMCA'd them this year, not back when they did it 2021. But they did it now. So I'm guessing they've got a Bloodborne thing happening, maybe.
Something, yeah.
So I don't want a remaster remake. I just want it to run at fucking 60 FPS. That's it. It's still got a good fucking look to it. Like, it still looks fucking amazing.
Fuck this huge. Just right up to that. God of War Ragnarok. 191 gigabits.
191 gigabits? You're downloading that.
No, that's just what I was looking at. It's like it's 191 gigabytes to install God of War apparently.
Oh, because of the DLC.
Oh, yep.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, one day I'll come back to it.
That was a fun platinum too. You can be locked out of that platinum though if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone got locked out. They haven't got it since.
What the fuck?
I don't know how I didn't get locked out of it because I did without a guide, kind of.
Yep. So is it like
because I just want to play the game, and then I'm like, oh, like I finished the game, then I went, now I can guess I'll go for the platinum. So I just did all the stuff. I'm like, oh, I got it. But someone got locked out of it because they missed something. Like, no.
Jeez.
And then you do the whole game again just for one item, just to get the platinum.
That's ridiculous.
You're like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's not long. It's not a long game, but it is just to get an item.
Yeah, it's just a item.
But no, I don't know. I appreciate God of Wars. The next one's set in Egypt.
Yes.
Finally. We did have a little leak about that, which is pretty cool. Also, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater got a release date, August 28th.
Yep. Something.
It's nice that they started with the third one because that's technically the first game.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird.
And then I hope we get Metal Gear Solid 2. I think that's the next one. I don't know which. I know Metal Gear Solid 5 is the last one? Or was it 4 the last? No, 4's the last one. But then we got 5, which is before that.
Yeah, timelines are.
I'm pretty sure Metal Gear Solid 2 is the second one. And then Metal Gear Solid is the third one? Then you got Metal Gear Solid 5 and then 4, I think. I don't know how it goes. Metal Gear Solid. Chronological order. Okay, so I'm not going to count Metal Gear. Oh no, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty is before Snake Eater. Yeah, but they're doing Metal Gear Solid 3 first.
Yeah, because it's 2, 3. I think
then Portable Ops, then 4. And then Peace Walker, Revengeance, and Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain.
And then 1 is like somewhere in there at some point, like the end.
Metal Gear Solid comes before.
It's like,
oh no, that's release order. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 is the start. Then you got Portable Ops, Peace Walker, then Ground Zeroes, and then Phantom Pain, then Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, and then Revengeance.
Yeah. It's fucking. It's.
So are we getting all the games remade? Like,
I don't know.
Because they did Metal Gear Solid. I hope it sells well because we need Portable Ops, Peace Walker all remade for like PS5, Series X, PC.
Mumbo jumbo.
Isn't that funny how like Metal Gear Solid 5 is before like 2, 4, Metal Gear Solid? Like the way they made those was so fucking everywhere.
I should just do that. Install that.
I don't count the Metal Gear games. Like they don't follow Snake.
Actually, I should do that first. I might go back and play that just to get them out of the way, and I can just uninstall the game completely. I did start playing that on Plus. Bloody Mars Morales. I only got the one trophy left, which is complete the game on New Game Plus, and that's the trophy. And I literally did start it. I think I put like a couple of hours into the game. It's not that big too. Like if I just stick to the main story, it's very short. Don't get distracted by any side stuff because I don't need to because I've unlocked everything. I upgraded my Miles. I upgraded all his, I've unlocked everything, so he's pretty decent strength, like all the ability straight off the bat. So
I don't get the age difference with Snake anymore.
I know.
Metal Gear Solid 3, 1964. Portable Ops, 1970. Peace Walker, 1974. Ground Zeroes, 1975. Phantom Pain, 1984. Metal Gear 95. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, 99. Metal Gear Solid, 2005. That's a big jump between 1964 and 2005. 29 years he aged.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 2, it takes place between 2007 2009. Metal Gear Solid 4 was 2014. He's old as fuck. Like, between Metal Gear Solid 2, like, the age is not very different.
Which one
between,
was...
like, Metal Gear Solid 3 and 2.
Hey?
That's so weird. And then Revengeance is dead, and it's just Raiden.
Well, you remember to the original, like the Snake that you play in the early games is Big Boss.
No, but like the Metal Gear Solid Snake is current Snake.
Yeah, and he's in
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, that's Solid Snake. But in the other games, he's referred to as Snake as well, but it's Big Boss.
Mm. Yeah, but Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 are the same one.
Yeah.
And 4.
Mm. Yeah,
and
Big
5.
Boss. It's Big Boss, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that age difference isn't apparent until, like, the 4th game.
Yeah.
Because, like, Metal Gear Solid 3, 1964. Metal Gear Solid 2 was 2007 and 9. He didn't really age that much.
No.
In between...
Well, they also placed close together, like the missions.
Like... No, that's why it's nice that we're getting... Because he does look younger in the remake.
Mm.
Like he would have done, because 1964. And then I hope we get... I don't know if we get the PSP ones remade. I don't know if we get them or not.
Yeah.
If we get a Ground Zeroes remastered, I can see that, like Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain in one.
They were supposed to do that bundle at least and bring them across to console.
Yeah. Well, they are on PS3. I know that Peace Walker is. I don't know about Portable Ops. Then again, they're still Metal Gear Solid, so it's still the Snake we know, like Big Boss. It's just Metal Gear, that's Solid Snake. Like the Metal Gear 1 and 2. Crazy how, like, Revengeance is set in 2018. Metal Gear Solid 4 was 2014. 4 years later, like, Raiden's a robot. Is Raiden in 4? I don't even know if he is or not. Because he's only introduced in Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2. 2007 to 9. And 28, like a decade later, he's a fucking cyborg. Because he got fucked up somewhere. I don't know his lore either.
Oh.
No, the Metal Gear timeline is fucked.
Pretty much.
Like, all the games are everywhere on the fucking list.
Yep. It is
But, you know, I digress. I don't know where Metal Gear come from, except for it got a release date.
Yeah, finally. Would be nice.
Right?
Fuck, what else? Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
No, they can think of.
No, not that I... No. I said what I needed to. I think. Not gonna think of. You said they're gonna play some more Judgment.
Yeah.
The fighting in those games is so good. Like. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Oh, that stretch was good.
Oh, well then. Yeah.
I know. You're so red there. Like, you got so red when you did that.
because the coloring of my hands, because I shadow, like, if it blocks out the light, so it looks dark, I'll see it if I move away. It's like,
It's not as dark,
oh,
right? Like
white,
you're not as red.
red, white, because it's just creating the shadow. And then I go, wait, oh no, I need...
Where there's no shadow.
There, it's like, oh, takes away.
Like there's no shadow there because you're pointing up towards. But no, the Metal Gear games, I hope they don't take long to pump out if they're doing that. Like just in order like remakes.
Well, 3's been going for a while now. They announced it ages ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago they announced that.
And they already were working on it by then.
Well, the thing is, like, remakes don't take long because it's already there. They just got to convert it. Well, still remake assets, but like,
I think
they use the original voice lines.
Three's a whole rebuild. Like, it's a whole rebuild.
Yeah, but it's 1-to-1 still. Thankfully.
But
and they did add the monkey catching, the Ape Escape monkey catching back. It's in the trailer. You see the monkey at the end. I'm like, yes.
The wackiness, but yeah, so they're full working on the game. Like, it's a full rebuild.
Yeah. They rebuilt all the assets, but like, it's still the same layout. Like, they already had the bones already there. They just had to fill it in. Cutscenes are 1-to-1. The game's 1-to-1.
But yeah, they've all had to rebuild everything. Cool.
But yes, just upgrade the assets. That's all. It is nice they kept the original voice lines because they still sounded pretty fucking good.
Oh, it makes sense coherently.
I mean, they could have re-recorded them.
But yeah.
But it's meant to be a young Snake, so... I reckon for the later stuff, they might use a current David Hayter, maybe, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
If they do, like... Because he sounded younger with the other ones because they came out first. But now they can do they can use the original for the younger stuff. Then the older Snake, they could get him a bit gruffer now.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
They don't use Kiefer Sutherland for 5. He only did it because he sounded, like older than what David Hayter was.
They wanted to put a name on it too.
No, just the fact that Kiefer Sutherland really embraces, like...
Yeah, but they wanted to have a name on it too for some weird reason. They wanted to go on a weird route, so it made it sound like, ooh, put a name actor. It's like...
Yeah, because Kojima likes Hollywood, and he wanted someone from Hollywood, and Kiefer Sutherland fitted the bill. But no, if you didn't know that and played the game, you wouldn't really tell a difference. I mean, you'd be able to tell a difference, but it's not that bad. It still sounds like Snake. Even though Ground Zeroes is Phantom Pain is way before Solid and Solid 2, but I don't get that. He's meant to be old in Metal Gear Solid 2, but he's not. Adios, Kojima. What are you doing this to us? But I digress. Are you done, Des?
Pretty much.
Well, we're gonna keep going on about stuff like that. Fuck. I just love games. I just love talking about them. They're interesting.
That's it.
Especially Kojima's, like, my god. When you look at them like that, they make no fucking sense. Unless it's just me who thinks that. I don't know.
It's one of those things. It confused people at the time, but didn't really.
What? Before we take up any more of your precious time, thank you, Beardies and Beardettes, for joining us on whatever episode this is, like 6, 7? I don't know. I thought about a book. I haven't got another book yet. But as always, we appreciate you just watching, listening. We have been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What?
What?
Am I having a stroke?
Why?
I smell burnt toast.
No, I do smell that too.
Oh, thank God. My head started to spin. I smelled burnt toast. I was like,
Burnt
oh.
toast. Like burnt toast.
Burnt
Mom,
toast.
I'm having a stroke.
Who burnt the toast?
You know, it does actually smell like burnt toast.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know why. It literally is 10:30 at night and there's something like burnt toast.
Someone burnt some toast near you, did they?
Oh, it also smells like my fart.
I mean, 10:30 toast is natural, so could be burnt toast. I had toast the other night at like 3 a.m.
Well, no,
so...
our fire alarm got chucked against the fence apparently.
Well,
Why-
it
Oh,
beeped 4
for fuck's
times
sake.
today.
Why is beeping? It just does its random thing.
Not bad with it.
Yeah, it means the battery's going flat.
The vent's really hard.